Hello everybody and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to the next episode of our Chronicles of Aeodrun Awakening series. I nearly said Chronicles of Awakening series. That was a brain fart that I had for a second there. Anyway, hello, my name is Josh. I use he, him pronouns, and I shall be your game master for tonight. And as you can see, I am joined by two absolutely lovely people who I will get to introduce themselves and their characters right now, starting off with, I almost said Peri then, Evie.
Hello, I am Evie, I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Betrayal, or Peri, who uses she, they pronouns, who is a angel blessed, maybe in the body of a dark elf zealot barbarian. Do you want to know anything else?
No, I think that's it for the minute. I think we'll go over the other things in the session recap.
I feel like Nets.
And then finally we have Sean.
Hello, Sean. I use he, him pronouns, as does Canon Udric. Udric is an orc of the druid variety. Apparently, didn't know. Apparently has druidic powers and has been experimenting and like learning and doing all sorts of things like that. And has a couple of bears that I definitely always have with me and definitely always remember. Yeah.
What are their names?
One is Kissy and one is Ruxpin.
Nice. I was testing you. You passed.
And Josh will never remember those names. So one is Kiss and one is Russ.
They're both 80s cartoons, Josh.
I know, but I've got a really terrible memory when it comes to remembering things' names, which is why I tend to ask if I can do nicknames for people or really simple names for characters, so I can remember. Anyway, before we get into tonight's session, we have a couple of sponsors and supporters to thank. Our sponsor for tonight is Phoenix Dice. You can go to phoenixdice.com to get yourself some gliggity-glack math rocks, including some limited edition Roll Together dice. And if you use the code Roll Together, all caps, at checkout, you can get yourself 25% off of your purchase. We are also proud to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. If you type in !code into chat right now, you will get yourself a code for a free Electrum chest, which you can use to power up your team of fighters and travel through the multiverse and fight lots of different types of monsters and all of that sort of stuff. We are also proud to support and be supported by Michael Dobson's character art. Mike does all of the lovely artwork for our characters. You can see both Peri and Udric's artwork on the overlay right now. They were done by Mike. If you'd like to see that artwork done or your character done in that art style, go to Mike's Instagram page with the links that are in all of the places and hit him up for a commission. Massive thank you to the D20 Club on Patreon, D20 Club, Dice Heads, and other tiers on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be sent to Tom for various different reasons. And I think with that, we are going to dive into tonight's session. Okay, right, well, the first team have gone off to complete their mission. They, Peri's there. Bram, Hira, or Vesania now, and Elodie have all travelled by ship to go to Marley's Rest to go and retrieve a cipher so that they can start decoding some of the ancient texts that Solomon has that Solomon can't read, including possibly the book that is in the strange glass magical case that is potentially Peri's first ever journal. We're not 100% sure. Before they sailed off, is what I should say, there was a brief 7-day rest period where everybody got to do a few little jobs around the town, whatever they wanted to do, and they were given the missions by Solomon. Peri, Udric, and Lucian, their mission is going to be to try and establish a connection with the Crime Beggars, who are a underground organization who oppose the Reapers but aren't allies with Solomon as of yet. They also have 2 of Peri's journals. One of they did have 3, but one of them got stolen by Cilia, Lucian's friend, which then resulted in her being stabbed. That journal was given to Peri, who went through a ritual process of regaining their memories. And during the trial that they went through, they learn what really happened when Peripatea, that's what I call the old versions of Peri, was killed. It wasn't actually Solomon that killed Peripatea. It did do a massive amount of damage with that lightning bolt, but it was actually the necromancer Savannah that dealt the final blow. Also learned that Solomon has still been lying to the group, but this time it was more to stop Kimdak. Kimdak believes that the ritual to get into the temple requires 2 Fiend Fallen, 2 Angel Blessed, and 1 that stands between, and those people must be sacrificed in order to get into the temple. Solomon told this lie so that it would kind of put Kimdak off wanting to kill people. I think that sort of geared him more towards doing that. It's actually just the blood of 1 of each in order to do that. There's no sacrificing needed, just a little bit of blood.
Waste not.
Waste not, want not. So that still hasn't been discovered yet, and it's not quite been discussed as to why Solomon has been keeping that from absolutely everybody, other than previous Peripatea. So Peri now has the memories of that form back, and we'll go over in a moment if there has been any aesthetic changes to Peri, or maybe even some personality changes. But before we do that, we are going to see what Udric got up to basically during the 7 days. Now, we've had a little bit of a discussion before we recorded, and I said to Sean, what do you think Udric got up to? And Sean just went gardening. So is there any more elaboration on that, Sean, or just gardening?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of putting in a nice little shrubbery, so I put in like a little picket fence, and I was doing some tilling. This is all my gardening knowledge coming out.
Good, because I have none.
The thing with Udric at the moment is he's very much in a phase of just kind of practicing, like honing his craft. So gardening is the main thing, but it's mostly in an effort to kind of harness his druidic powers. So like a little bit of obviously manually working on the gardens, but also trying to practice the druid craft and, you know, bringing flowers up through more magical means rather than through that. Probably would the spear have been created by this point, the one from the blacksmith?
During the end of the 7-day period, the spear would be there. There was the basic frame of it was done. You purchased the basic frame of it, but asked for some modifications to be done to it, I believe, when you purchased it. So that's been done. So you now have that spear. You would be able to go get that spear at some during that 7-day period, because yours was the least work required for it, because you didn't actually ask for any upgrades to be done for it. You just wanted some things just sort of changed on it a little bit. So yeah, you can go pick that up. And Ingrid actually went with, or at the end of the 7 days, Ingrid does actually go with Peri, and not Peri, I keep saying Peri, Elodie, Bram, and Vesania on the ship to go to Marley's Rest. But yes, you are able to pick that spear up. You can add that to your inventory. You have it. It is a +1 spear. +1's not magical in this world, but for whatever purpose you require it for, it is now there. And I reckon during the 7 days while you've been gardening, every now and then you will just watch as a elven woman glides over, not every day, but on some days, probably 3 times during the 7 days. The lady known, or the druid known as Miss Faction, will come over and will do a few sort of give you a few pointers on ways to sort of harness your magic a bit more and will compliment you on the way that you're maintaining this garden at the moment. I would also say that at this point, probably on the 6th day, a gentleman comes up to you, and he's wearing proper West Country farmer's hat, jacket. You can see he's got suspenders on underneath. He looks like he's got like red around his nose, like he's either got really bad hay fever or a really bad cold. And he begins sneezing as he comes over, and he pulls out a handkerchief and he starts rubbing his nose and sort of blows into it and then puts it away. This is the first time you've seen him awake, but this is Ronald, who is excuse me, is your name Udric?
No, the very same. I have instantly forgotten his name.
Ronald.
Instantly. Ronald. I keep wanting to call him Roger or Ronald or Roderick or something like that.
That's because we've got Roger right here.
Ronald. Okay. You're Ronald.
Yeah, I am, yes. I hear that you've been covering for me while I've been in the hospital. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh, I've got these really bad allergies. Oh.
Yeah, actually, I know. It's a bit of a long story. I can make it shorter, but it will be inherently much more creepy, the short version. I visited you and you were in the hospital.
Oh, thank you. And thank you very much for looking after this garden. You've done a really good job. You're not looking to try and take my job from me, are you?
No, I was never looking for payment or anything like that. I do, however, have some bad news.
Oh no.
Well,
when's my last day?
No, not in that manner. You can obviously continue to be a gardener as long as you like, but
no.
While he was in the hospital, I did. It turns out I've got some magic, and I was.
Oh.
There's no easy way to say this, but you're allergic to flowers now.
Oh no. No wonder I'm so sniffly, especially when I woke up. There's so many flowers around me, and my nose just hurts so much.
Yeah, I really didn't know what to do with the flowers. Like, people keep bringing them in, and I know it's because you're a gardener, and I didn't know how to really say, maybe don't do that. Probably added a couple of days to your stay, really.
I probably did. I might have to rethink some things. I should. Maybe I could go see the doctor now. If it's definitely flat, maybe I could get tested to see if it is, and then maybe there's some sort of medication I could take for it. I should do that because I do love my gardening, and I'll be a bit lost if I can't do it anymore.
Maybe you could get into rock gardening. Fewer flowers, bit more rock.
That's an interesting idea. Anyway, I just wanted to come and say thank you. I'm still signed off for a few more days, so I won't be back for a little while. But I mean, if you're more than willing for us to work together, I'd be quite happy with that.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not looking to oust your position. In fact, like in my line of work, it's a little bit. I could be a little bit, infrequent. So I've been able to be here for a couple of weeks now, but who knows? I might be sent off somewhere. So, it's good to work in tandem.
Okay, right. Well, I'll see you when I see you then. But I'm gonna go get some rest, and then I'll make my way over to the infirmary tomorrow.
One second.
Yep.
How much have you missed out on from being sick? How much have you been your wages have you missed out on?
Oh, how long have I been sick for? It's been about 2 weeks now, I think it is. I've probably lost out on about 10 gold, I think.
Right. Okay. I'm sure that I've got more than this, but my sheet is only telling me that I've got 10, so I'm going to give him 10 gold pieces.
Okay. Yeah, because your weapon upgrades didn't cost as much as everybody else's because you didn't go for like the additional damage or anything like that. So I would say you've probably got 100 gold pieces.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll give him 20.
Yeah. So why? You don't need to give me this. This is your hard-earned money.
No, it really isn't. Besides, you've been signed off work. You've got no income coming in. So I just want to make sure that you're comfortable.
Oh, Thank you, Mr. Udric. That's very kind of you. Thank you. And you see like a little tear run down his face, and he just because he's quite an elderly gentleman. He's you would think he would be retired at this point, but he just loves helping the community out and loves doing the gardening. So he's like, I'm going to go to the bakery and get myself a nice cake.
You do that.
Thank you, Mr. Udric. And he sort of waddles off. And I think at this point, because Evie established this in Evie's one-on-one, but every so often during this time before, we'll say that Peri's just woken up at this point and has waved off the ship and everything, waved everybody off. And it's at this point that you see somebody who looks familiar to you. Evie's going to know what I'm going on about in a minute. It looks like somebody you recognise walks past, but they look different somehow. You're not quite sure. Evie, please describe what you look like. How has Peripatea changed since the last time Udric would have seen them? And please describe the absolutely massive or tiny moustache that you're currently walking around with.
Yes. So I'll start with the changes first. Peri is now 1 inch taller than they were when you last saw them.
Unrecognizable.
Unrecognizable, I know. 5'3" now. It's only going to go up, hopefully, unless I'm a dwarf in another lifetime, but we'll figure that out.
The thumbnail needs to go up just a little bit.
Yeah. Has some light kind of pinkish purple scaling around the forehead area. Just a little subtle sparkle effect, a little gemstone-esque. And also around their wrist is what looks like a purple band, kind of the same, like kind of like what shade of purple do you think it would be from the young Josh?
Oh, the tattoo you're talking about. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the wristband of holding. The tattoo would be very aethery colour, so it's like more like a deep purple.
Aether tattoo around the wrist. And for flavour, it looks like normal tattoo from far away. If you look close, it kind of looks like a running river, just kind of flowing around. And I'm going to go with a very resplendent moustache. It kind of goes out like that and then goes down in 2 braids that kind of intertwine at the bottom with a couple of more twiddly bits coming out in a very ornate fashion.
Okay. Can I make some sort of insight check to see whether I recognise Peri?
Yep, make an insight check to see if you recognise Peri.
I have no idea what this would be against.
Peri, you can roll a deception check if you'd like to.
Sure, I'd love to.
I mean, you've been doing that quite a lot.
Oh, new dice. So I was kind of testing my luck to see if my luck would hold out, and I got 19.
Well, I only rolled a 16, so I probably have this exchange with Ronald. So and I'll just go back to my gardening. Nothing to see here. No point to stare at anyone.
You notice the conversation happening between Ronald and Udric, and as Ronald walks away, Peri, you notice that Udric looks at you, but does not notice you. Does not notice you, is what I should say.
I'm going to affect a limp and walk up and just say, "Hello, my name is Scrooge. How are you?"
Yeah, not too bad. Sorry, pronouns, Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, very well observed. Ha 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 ha. I have a quest for you. What you must do. There are 5 trees around the town. You will recognize them by their orange leaves. You must perform the ritual dance at each one of them. You will know the one.
How much are you paying?
I am paying. I mean, money is an illusion. It's not really important. I'm paying with prestige and adventure and maybe some magic. Who knows how that stuff works?
Cool, except that I can't really, buy milk with illusion and magic, so... When you put a figure on it, we'll talk.
Aren't you a mercenary? Getting
think-
paid for jobs?
I think this conversation's happened long enough now for you to make another insight versus deception.
12.
Worse. 15 this time.
Oh, beats it this time. As this conversation is happening, the mustache slips slightly on one side and it begins to peel a little bit, and you can see that it's Peri.
Did Bram put you up to this?
Ah, for fuck's sake. No, I've been really enjoying the moustaches. You know, you will not believe some of the things I've gotten people to do around the town. You would not believe it. One guy, right? I got him to piss off a cliff. I did promise that it would magically change his eye color, so he was a bit annoyed when that didn't happen. But like the power of a moustache.
I believe you. You do know that most people would probably piss off a cliff if you just ask them.
Ew, why?
I don't know. Because then you can say, oh, it weren't me, officer. I was told by the mystical gentleman. And, who doesn't like a story which ends with, and then I pissed off a cliff?
Well, it seems a little anticlimactic if you're going for like a good story to tell. Which it kind of shoots myself in the foot because it was the climax of my story about the crazy things I got people to do. So, joke's on me, I guess.
Right. So you're up and about now, then?
Yeah, I've been for a couple days.
All right.
Give or take.
Give or take. And you've been keeping to yourself here. Where have you been here the entire time?
No, I'm just, I go back, but I tend to just work here until, usually until the head priestess tells me to piss off home.
Yeah. Have you heard about the what's going on with the church at the moment?
No, I can't say that I've been kept abreast.
Ah, I can't remember. DM, was it a secret? What Stacey told me, was it said in confidence? I cannot remember.
Yes, you're said in confidence. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, just some things. I'm sure they'll let you know when the time is right.
Sure, probably. Well, unless it was about Ronald, the gardener seems to be up and about now.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah,
Great.
apart from his hay fever.
Right. Oh, I have a question.
Sure.
So, does Peri have any aura changes?
Does Peri have any aura changes?
You can see a very faint aura is now emanating from Peri. It's got like a bit of a pinkish purple tint to it, but it is basically like a cartoon's outline around Peri at the minute. There is no void anymore.
Going to say, because Peri noticeably didn't have one before.
Yeah.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, you've got one now. For one, it's kind of pinky purple.
Makes sense. Yeah. So I merged with the other Peri, the other peripateia.
I don't know
Whole thing.
what that means.
Wait. Do you even know my whole deal?
To be quite honest, I think these are the most words we've exchanged with each other since we've known. So,
I think it is. Yeah.
go ahead. I'm interested. What's your deal?
Oh, okay. So this isn't my body. Well, it is my body now, but the person who was in here before was called Gwen. They died and they were resurrected. I took their place. And I have been looking for my journals, which were taken by various people to try and regain memories of alternate lifetimes. And I've just found out that I am a twin, and my twin is a guardian, and it's a whole thing, as I said.
Wow, that's certainly took a twist. I did know the bit about the journals.
Oh, good, you remembered that bit, because I'm pretty sure we're in the town to try and find the journals, and you might be the only person helping me right now because I cannot find Lulu.
Oh, well, Lucian's been up the hospital because, you know, his friend got stabbed trying to get one of them journals.
Yeah, but does that take a whole week?
Getting stabbed.
People heal from stab wounds pretty quickly, right?
I mean, can't say I've ever... Thinking about it, Josh, Udric has been stabbed.
Mm.
And this was pre kind of having any magic or even really anyone else to do any kind of medical care. So I would probably actually know how long a stab wound would take to heal.
Yeah, so stab wound would, without the aid of magic, a stab wound would, in order for a person to be up and moving around, probably about 2 weeks. With the sort of medicines and things that there would be in a sort of fantasy sort of setting. With magic involved, it would be more like it would be with modern medicine, and it would be more a couple of days. A couple of days to a week would still feel a little bit sore from it because magic doesn't fully heal the wounds.
Yeah, I mean, you know, stab wounds, you're talking a couple of weeks, assuming that you've got the proper medical know-how and, you know, access to care facilities. With magic, I mean, you're still looking at a bit of a rehab. Sorry, I can't say that word. Rehabilitation kind of period.
What I can't understand is why no one used magic on his friend, and then we can get more information.
We don't really know too many magic folk, do we?
I mean, I've got some healing.
Do you?
I have literally, I think I've used this on a few people.
Oh.
Yeah, I definitely used it on Elodie. I used it on some guy at the Church of Balance. I don't know why I'm saying this as if you should know it. It just, you know, I'm very in my own world at the moment. I feel like everyone should know everything I know, but I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that that's not really how it works. You probably notice at this point that Peri is speaking a little bit more introspectively and a bit more logically than you are used to seeing them speak.
I mean, I actually have a bit of magic as well. Hang on. And Udric will druidcraft a flower, and I want the flower to be as close. I want it to try and represent Peri's aura as best as I can. So, like, the color of the petals will match the color, and maybe just try and match the shape as well.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty easy thing to do, especially considering the fact that the tree that you're maintaining is a sort of pink and purpley leafed tree anyway. So you're able to use your druidcraft to form this flower. And Peri, I think this is the first time you've actually seen Lucian purposefully use magic and not do it by accident. And you can see, what did I say?
You said
Lucian.
Did I say Lucian? Udric. My God, I cannot remember people's names. Udric. You watch as Udric casts this spell, Udric, and it forms this beautiful flower.
There you go. That's your aura right there.
Wow, you made a flower in the shape of a person.
Yeah, that bit's a bit more weird.
Nature magic, interesting. I think we can use
It's
that.
why they got me out in the garden rather than being part of the temple.
So there's not too much difference with life magic as it applies to plants and people. Can you help heal people as well? Have you tried?
I haven't tried, mostly because I don't really want to treat anyone like a guinea pig, you know?
Guinea pigs are very adorable, but you never know until you practice. So let's get to the hospital and let's try some magic on a person whose name I do not remember, but who knows details.
I'm sure I know the name as well, but it's completely escaped me.
I mean, it makes perfect sense that neither of you actually know what her name is.
I did save her from a burning building, though, and I will hold that over her head.
All right. Well, if we're on a hunt for Lucian anyway, let's see how she's getting on and see if she's awake. I will ask her permission to attempt some sort of healing magic.
And if she's unconscious, I will do it anyway.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the pair of you can make your way down towards where the infirmary building is. And as you enter into it, you can see a receptionist behind the counter, and they look towards you as you enter. So, hello, are you here to see a doctor, or are you here to see a patient? How can I help you today?
We're here to see a patient who was stabbed and was rescued from a burning building.
Stabbed.
Usually a really big person is with them in their room.
It's actually a friend of our friend Lucian.
Oh, Mr. Lucian. Yes, yeah, I know who exactly you mean. You want to see Miss Celia. Okay, yep, Miss Celia is in a private room. If you go down this corridor here and go into the final door on the left, you will find her there. She does have a couple of people in there already, so just check that it's okay first. But please go ahead.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can both make your way down the corridor, and you can hear, as you get closer to that door, you can hear that there's conversations happening. The door itself is slightly ajar a little bit. As you get to the door, you can see inside Celia, the elven woman, is in the bed wearing a hospital gown type thing, sat up with a big grin on her face, and there are two figures in there with her. One of them is a black-haired human woman who seems to be wearing like a businessy style suit, although they've taken the jacket off and they've got suspenders on, and they look like they've got a big briefcase with lots of papers sticking out, pretty much exactly what Evie's wearing right now. And they've got that sort of, they're leaning up against it while sat on the bed, and then leaning up against the wall with their arms crossed, you can see a darker skinned orcish gentleman with slicked back hair. Both of you would recognize this person as one of the bartenders who works in the Rusty Pirate, but I don't think you know his name.
And I flipped him.
Oh, yes, you did flip him, yes.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Oh, hello. Come in. Lucian, is that you?
No, we were actually looking for Lucian, but also while we were in the area, thought we'd check in on you.
Oh, well, thank you very much for... you're Lucian's friends, aren't you? The ones from the mercenary company.
Yeah, and specifically, I'm the one that took you out of the burning building. You're welcome.
I did hear about that. I have to thank you for that. Thank you very much. I am very glad that I'm not burnt to a crisp, and you did a fantastic job. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm also the person whose property you recovered.
Oh, and the human woman stands up like, this sounds like something that I should not be hearing, so I'm going to take my leave. It was a pleasure to see you, Celia. Crag, it's good to see you as always. Sorry, excuse me. And she picks her bag up and she sort of tries to shimmy past the pair of you. Sorry, I'll leave you all to it. And she walks out the room. And
this isn't the mayor, is it?
No.
Is this Evelyn?
This is Evelyn, yeah.
Because it's really weird.
Person of sin.
It's just really weird that a character with my name is dressed exactly like me today.
Yeah, that was a choice. I could have just removed.
Is this character me?
I mean, I did say I was going to get everybody a character named after everybody in this at some point. Ronald should really have been called Sean.
I'm glad it wasn't.
Yeah.
So,
close the door. So you close the door, and Celia gets a bit more of a serious look on her face, and Crag sort of stops leaning on the wall and unfurls his arms and puts them down his side. So you haven't heard from Lucian either?
No, he's been kind of AWOL most of the week.
Yeah, he's been gone for about, I want to say 2-3 days. He's been staying with me at my apartment above the bakery, and he's been working on some stuff. and he said he needed to go handle some bits, and that was 3 days ago, and I've not seen him since.
Right.
Honestly, he's probably fine. He's just doing Lulu stuff.
Lily. Sorry, yes. Yes, I did find your
International.
book. Did you get...
Yes.
Did Lucian give you the book?
Oh, I went in and got it myself.
Oh,
Lulu did help, though.
okay, right. Right, where was it? Because I can't quite remember where I put it.
It was in a cave.
Right, okay. No, I still don't remember doing it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
That's okay. I found it anyway. You left some undercommon markings, I think.
Oh yes, it's a little like a thievy type thing that Lucian and I do. More symbols and things that we do for marking when we want to talk to each other and all of that. You know all about that. Karnan, was it?
That's my family name, Udric.
Udric, sorry, yes, Udric, yeah. When I've visited at the mercenary company before it was unfortunately burnt down, Lucian would leave little plaques out to say, with the symbols on it, for us to symbolising that he wanted me to come and see him, sort of thing. But yeah, he's been gone for a few days, and we are kind of worried about it. Well, I mean, he did say to me that he did leave me a note to give to Peri and an Udric when or if I saw them, which is obviously the pair of you. So I have the note here. I've been told not to open it, but I'm going to give that to you now. So and please feel free to open that whenever you want to. But Lucian's strict instructions were that we weren't allowed to see it. And points to Celia.
Can I check the envelope to check if they have or have not opened it?
Yeah, you can make an investigation check.
Ooh, do I have anything? Do I know any useful spells? No? Carry on.
I got a 12.
You look over it. It is one of these. So it's in a proper envelope, but instead of the seal bit being licked or sellotaped down or wax sealed or anything like that, it's just been tucked in. So you can't tell if they've looked at it or not. You can roll an insight check against them if you want to see if they've looked
I
at
like
it.
insight them, if that's right. It's a bit more in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, you can do that.
22.
Nice.
16.
16. So I'll do it so you've done it against each of them. One against one against the other sort of thing. So against Celia, we'll say that Peri's was against Celia, and she looks completely befuddled. She actually seems quite taken aback by what Crag has just said of we're not allowed to know the contents of the letter, as if he's not told her that. So he seems very taken aback by that. With the 16 against Crag, there is a very strong look of worry on his face that he's trying to mask, but hasn't done a very good job of it. But there's also a look of confusion on his face, and it looks like he is telling the truth, but he seems to be concerned about his friend.
Right.
Well, let's read it. Let's see if the secret was worth keeping.
So you open the letter out, and you can both have a look at it. So, bear with me a moment while I just...
Bear with me. Oh, yeah, the bears are with me.
Oh, yeah, the
great.
bears are with you.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm just looking at what Mike sent me quickly. There we go. Okay, so the letter itself is noted from Lucian, and it goes along the lines of to Peri and Udric. I apologise that I can't be with you during the start of our mission from Solomon. However, I have an urgent task that I need to complete first. Please carry on with the mission, and I will find you soon. Please trust that what I am doing will help us in the long run. And it is signed with an L. I believe... No, neither... Actually, I think Peri knows this. Peri, you know that Lucian can't read or write. I believe it's been brought up between the pair of you at one point.
Yeah, when we were at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So who wrote this?
Well, it was given to me, so Lucian. It was, well, I say given to me, it was left at the tavern. So I'd assume Lucian gave it to me.
Do I recognise the handwriting at all? Like, is there anything telling about it? Like, is it quite ornate or is it quite scratched out?
You can roll an investigation check. Or history check? No, investigation.
Okay, that's 18, 19, 20, 21. No, that was intimidation. I have -1 to investigation.
You intimidate this letter into telling you everything.
So that was 18 -1, 17.
For investigation. Udric, could you actually roll me a history check, please?
Will do. Also, Evie, if you are using the 2024 rules, there's a fun thing with rage because you can make it last for 10 minutes, and there's a bunch of like skills that you can rage while doing. So I'm just,
Ooh,
yeah, maybe insight or investigation are one of them. I'm gonna
I can
angry
angry investigate. Yes,
Ah!
accurate to life.
I can't remember what I was doing. Oh, it was a history 16.
Yes. So with an investigation check, you don't recognise this as anybody's handwriting in particular. There are a couple of like little squiggly bits on the ends of some of the E's and some of the I's. Instead of being one of these people that does an I like a I dot or I with the two lines, the I has an I dot but with like a little squiggly, so it almost looks like a back to front J. And the E's almost have like a little circular bit that goes around on the end piece, so it looks like it's two E's connected together. However, with the 16 on a history check, Udric, this is very clearly written by somebody who was in the military. It's not anybody you would know, but the way that it's written, the way that it's spaced out, the way that it's not lined paper, but everything is perfectly in sync with each other, is very regimented and very military based. That's what I'm going to say, because I can't say the other word. There, thank you very much. That's the word I was looking for and can't come out of my mouth for some reason.
That's interesting. I didn't know that Lucian was in the army as well.
No, Lucian can't read or write.
Oh. Well, whoever did write this letter can.
So it's probably with the person probably with the person who wrote the letter, I would guess. I trust him. He's a big guy. He can look out for himself.
Well, yeah, I thought that as well, because normally Lucian comes to me when it comes to things like that. Please don't tell him that you know that he can't read or write. If you didn't already know, it's a bit of it's one of them things that he doesn't really focus on, so he doesn't like attention being brought to it, if that sort of makes sense. And so there's like, I didn't even know he couldn't read and write.
I thought he told me.
He did tell you, yeah, but Craig doesn't know that.
Oh no, he just told me.
Oh, he must consider you to be quite a good friend then, or just opening up to you. It's not
Maybe
like
like olive branch.
Possibly, but yeah, this was given to me at the tavern. So, the last thing that we discussed when last time I saw him was that he was going to the Shady Gull, which is that grubby pub on the corner where the Reavers used to hang out. There's a gambling hall out the back where a lot of the townsfolk and Reavers and all of that sort of stuff would go. And I shouldn't be telling you all of this stuff because he told me to keep this secret, but I'm concerned about his safety. So if I have to break that promise, then in order to make sure that he's safe, I'm going to. But He was looking to make some connections around the town and had bought up some debts from some people and stuff. And got me to proofread the contracts and things. And he was going to the Shady Gold to look into that a bit further. So I don't know if you want to go there and have a look, see if he's been spotted around, or I'm not allowed in there because I'm an employee of the competition. So
That's a really strange rule. I doubt you'd want to drink in the place you work. You'd want a change of scene, wouldn't you?
yeah, but I don't know. It's the people in the Shady Gold get a bit funny about it. That's all. Especially since they've not had any Reavers in there for over a week. None have been spotted in the town since your place burnt down.
I'm fair sure that not having any Reavers is probably going to be doing more for their business, surely. Can't imagine that what they break and drink and steal is written off quite as easily as whatever it is they're making now.
Yeah, but, they drunk a lot and spent a lot in there, so I reckon it's probably had a bit of a hampering on their profits, especially considering the fact, even though their drinks are cheaper, people are still going to the Rusty Pirate, so quality over quantity.
And the Rusty Pirate now has jellybean rum, which is a big draw.
I've heard about that. Jana told me about that. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but because I'm normally on duty when I'm there, but I might give it a go at some point.
Try it.
I've heard good things.
Thank me later. Okay, so we could go find Lulu at the Rusty Doll, look for some leads. We could go see Solomon, because we should probably check in with him about the actual details of the mission. But before that, Silly.
Yeah.
It's a very silly name. I love it. You found the journal?
Yes.
Any info about any of the others at all? You seem like a well-connected person.
From what I can remember, because my memory still hasn't fully returned, but I remember going into the underground. Not like a underground thing, but like the criminal underground sort of thing.
Yeah.
I went there, and they were talking about doing an auction where they were going to sell off the generals to the highest bidder. The Reavers, I think it was, were going to be present at this auction and were looking to buy them from anybody else. Apparently there's a few interested parties in the journals, not just the Reavers, and these were people coming from outside of the town. So I can't remember when this auction's supposed to be taking place, though.
Why is everyone so interested in my... I know why everyone's so interested in my journals. I'm just annoyed by it. Okay. Oh, now that I think about it, that weird lady from the underground fair I'm due to see at some point soon.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No,
I thought that's what you meant when you said the criminal underground, but clearly I was wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
This memory loss that you're experiencing, is this in any way due to the pain of your recent experiences?
I sustained some additional injuries other than the stabbings. Other than being stabbed, she sort of gestures to the back of her head. From what the doctors and from what Tally and Elodie had said, I had quite a lot of bruising around the back of my neck and the back of my head. So they reckon it was probably a concussion or something.
Yeah, really not good. I'm just wondering whether have you only received medicine in treatment to this, or have you had any magical curings and all?
Elodie and Tally performed, put some magical paste in, not magical paste, put some elf fruit paste in my wounds when I was first brought to, at least from what Lucian told me, when I first came to the mercenary company. And since I've been in the hospital, magical healing hasn't really been offered. They are on short supply. Carden, the doctor, is the only one who can actually cast any form of magical healing, and he's been a bit stretched thin the past couple of days. It
Sure.
tries not to do it too much, because if he does it for one person, he needs to do it for all, sort of thing.
Yours. I've been practicing a little bit, and I've got a bit of magic, and I think that it might be well within my capabilities to try it myself, if you didn't mind me giving it a go.
I mean, I'd gladly accept it, because it means I can get out of this place a bit earlier, a bit quicker.
All right. Well, if you don't mind me giving it a go, I'll.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thank you.
So, I do have cure wounds. Up.
What I cast is blight.
No. So Udric puts a hand on Celia's shoulder, but is also kind of going to be stabilizing himself on, like, if there's like a wooden cabinet or something to the side.
Yeah.
And it's going to be focusing very hard on trying to heal a person. But most of what Udric's done recently has been, apart from like that one time helping Bran to sleep, most of the stuff he's been doing has been on plants. So while he's concentrating on curing Celia through the hand on the shoulder, the hand that's levering himself on the cabinet is actually going to grow a plant from which several kind of purple-hued blackberries are going to grow, and that is me casting Goodberry.
Amazing. So you're casting both Cure Wounds and Goodberry at the same time, or just one?
Just Goodberry.
Just Goodberry.
I'm attempting it, but I'm not going to succeed at it. But I will obviously, at some point, we'll kind of realize and go, oh, it's more plants. They look quite tasty, though. Do you want to try one of them?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm quite hungry, to be fair.
I will pick a Goodberry, and I will just so happen to pick the other 9 and keep them for myself. And I will pass. You're welcome to one as well. Crag, was it?
Yeah. Thanks. They look nice and juicy. He takes one. He takes a bite into it. Ooh.
Perry, would you like a berry? They look good.
Oh, it's fresher than what I usually have, but I'll give it a go this time.
Cool. They only heal 1 HP, but you don't feel like you need to eat for the rest of the day.
I'm really full. I hate this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are they that bad? I will also eat one. Oh yeah, they're quite filling, aren't they?
Yeah. I had dinner plans.
I'm stuffed, I am. Oh, that was lovely. Yeah. I reckon I don't need to eat till tomorrow after that. Cheers for that, mate.
No, that's useful.
And you can see that there's a bit of colour that comes back to Celia's cheeks. And oh, my neck doesn't feel so bad now. Oh, it's still a little bit sore towards the top of my head, but thank you for that. I think that actually had some sort of healing property to it. That actually helped. Thank you, Udric. That's very kind of you. Sort of just rubbing the back of her neck.
Oh, good. All right. Well, that's good to know. So, a little bit of healing.
Do you remember anything now?
I'm sorry,
Do you remember anything?
I don't, unfortunately. No, not anything else. No.
Okay, I'm going to try something else. Hang on, you got something on your face there. Boop! And I hit poker between the eyes for a healing hands. Non-consensual healing hands. For 3d4, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of healing damage.
Sorry, I just made my eyesight go funny by going really cross-eyed. Anyway, yeah, boop on the nose, and it's like this. How does it look for you when you do this? How does it?
So my eyes pulsate with a golden light for just a moment, and then it seems to travel through my body and out through the finger and into a little kind of electric shock feeling and look from the point at which I push.
Yes, it's like a and goes over. But from Udric's point of view, with the ability to see auras, you watch as It's almost like the aura from Peri completely leaves Peri, leaving like a void around them again. Completely encompasses over Cilia. The bright light happens as Evie described, and then that aura pulls back onto the hand and reforms the aura around them again. You can also see, I'm going to say Udric can see this, you can also see a faint glowing coming through Peri's. You're not wearing armor, are you? You're wearing like cloth, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like leathery
I've got
cloth
like
bits.
I've got like a sort of harness dealy going on, but it's not like proper armor.
Yeah, but you can see through the chest piece there is a faint light glowing out, and then once the spell ends, the light dissipates. It sort of fades away. First person to see Gwen.
Second person, thank you very much.
Other than you, yes.
How's that? Do you remember anything now?
Oh, sort of rubs the front of her head a bit. It feels like a massive like pressure has been taken off of my head. It felt like I didn't even realise it until both of you just did that. It felt like somebody had my legs. Somebody had my head in between their legs and was squeezing really hard, trying to
That's
pop
a
my
very
head.
specific image.
Looks towards you when she says that. Gives a little bit of a wink and then goes back to having her eyes shut and sort of pushing along her temple. Right, yeah. Okay, so I remember a little bit more now. Okay, the auction was supposed to be happening in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time from when I stole the book. Which I think that was about a week ago, maybe just over a week ago. So it's happening this week. It's happening in the underground chambers underneath the old Magitech shop.
Right. Yeah.
The Reavers are going to be there. People from the Crime Beggars will be there to facilitate the event. We've got a group known as the... what are they called again? I can't remember what their name is, but they're a group that represent the nobles of Ostragos. They're going to be there. There's also going to be some people from the Dimigan Empire there. And I've heard rumours that the Imperium might make an appearance as well, or some sort of delegation from there.
Oh, for fuck's sake. How many people know about my journals?
Oh, and the Queen of Abacathis is sending some of her librarians as well. They're really interested in the journals for the Great Library.
I need to have words with this queen. I might want to talk to them. Being a historical figure is difficult.
No, it seems it.
Yeah, confusing as well. Especially when you only remember bits and pieces. Okay. Thank you for the information.
I hope that was helpful.
Yes. Any idea how much these normally go for?
The price at the time when I snuck in and stole the book was 1,500 gold per book. But from what Lucian has said to me, that's gone up exponentially. Sorry.
Okay, so I think our best bet is to probably get in with one of the parties that wants the books. And try and, have many, many pots, many fingers in pies. I don't really remember what the metaphor is. But try and get someone else to get it for us on our side.
Am I missing something? These are your diaries, right? These written by belonging to you.
Yeah.
Can you not just go in and say, I'm sorry, lads. However, these are my property and I do not give you authority to sell them. I'm having them and we'll be on our way.
This is a criminal underground. Do you really think they're just going to hand them back over?
All right. Second thought. We go in there, we beat the shit out of everybody, and then we take the books.
Listen, I am incredible in battle, but this is a lot of people, all very experienced in combat. Well, half of them maybe. I could probably take out like 4/5 of them, but that extra fifth, maybe I wouldn't survive to read the diaries.
Well, that's you on your own. I think I could.
Oh, and you could take the extra fifth.
I could take a fifth.
Okay, yeah, I like it. Let's give it a go. We can have multiple plans in action at once, actually.
It's a solid plan B, at least.
Yeah.
And if we can find Lucian, well, then that's a third each, and 2 up for grabs.
You've lost me now, but yes, I like the moxie. I'm so sorry, I couldn't hear you. I got carried away with shouting.
I just said maths isn't my strong suit.
Mine neither.
Mine neither. Yeah, no, I don't understand. I don't understand it. To be fair, they teach you all of this stuff when you're at school, and then when you leave school, you don't use any of it, and then you forget it.
I've got fingers though. All you need for counting.
It's a strange brag.
Do you not have all of your fingers?
No, I do. No, I wouldn't think to boast about it.
You need to work on your self-esteem. You can boast about anything if you believe in yourself hard enough.
If I take anything away from today, boast about my fingers. Sure.
Okay. So, do you think we should go straight to the Seagull? Or should we go speak to old boy Solomon for a little bit first? Or is there anything else that we need to get done? Do you want to meet up later? Like what?
I feel like we haven't really got that much to say to Solomon, and it's not like we need to be checking in every step of the way. You know, we're independent agents. So maybe let's check out this other pub, the Reaver pub. And then maybe let's check in with him after that.
After that, I do have a few choice words that I want to share with him, but it can wait.
I mean, I'll follow your lead if you particularly have an urge to get them out of your way first.
No, let's put this off. Let's go to the pub.
Do we need to think about some of your special mustaches, by the way?
Yes, absolutely.
I have a feeling they probably don't much like us if we're the ones who drove the Reavers out.
Everyone likes me.
Special mustaches?
I take it out and I pop it on.
Oh, those are brilliant. Can I have one? Oh, I can do some funny things.
You can have this one. I'll put it on her face.
Oh, yeah, Craig, I'm going to have some fun with this.
Yeah,
right,
go to the costume shop.
First.
Go to the costume shop. They just give them out.
Oh, they... all right, we'll have to go to the costume shop then. Oh, okay.
So, plan of action. Costume shop. Disguises. Pub. Say expletives to the old man.
Sounds good. Let's go. Is there a window I can jump out of?
Yes, there is a window. You could open the window and jump out of it if you wanted to. It's all on the ground floor, so you're not going to fall from a high height or anything. Or you could jump out of the window that leads back into the hallway, although that doesn't open, so there will be glass everywhere.
No, I'm going out. It's the quickest way.
Out the window to the outside, or the window to the hallway?
To the outside. I mean,
Okay,
I may
good.
be a little bit more logical now, but I'll still take the quickest route.
Yeah. So we out the window, and everyone's like, "Oh, but do they do that often?"
Yeah, they do.
I mean, I'm not one to talk. I did that quite a bit when I'd come and see Lucian while you were asleep. Oh, you didn't know about that because you were asleep. Sorry.
I was never asleep.
Oh, sneaky. I like that.
I've got to go out this window now. I'm going to kind of pick the bears up and put them out of the window first, and then I'm not leaping out or anything. I'm not in a hurry, but I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Celia and Crag go, were the bears there the whole time?
No, they were. Yeah, we just don't talk about them much.
Jokes do carry over. Yeah.
I'm just saying we are getting the bears' disguises. It's non-negotiable.
Okay. You can both make your way up towards the upper level of Murkstead where the Church of Bantus is. So the Church of Bantus is on the left-hand side with the graveyard and the school and the fighting pits and all of that sort of stuff. Then you've got the large tree where Udric has been working. And then on the right-hand side, you've got a row of buildings. There's some homes and things here as well, but there are some shops and stuff that haven't really been visited much lately. One really large tower that looks like it's been abandoned. But you walk up to the costume shop and you go inside, and there is a very, very short gentleman wearing a very flamboyant purple coat with really, really high collar bits that stick right up, very Doctor Strange-esque, but really eccentric. He's got greyish hair that sort of goes up like a flame, and he's got the biggest moustache that you have ever seen. In Evie's one-on-one, I compared this character to Heimerdinger from Arcane, if anybody's seen Arcane or has ever played League of Legends or anything like that. The moustache is very much like that. This is a dwarf, although if you were to compare it to game stats and stuff, he is more of a gnomish size. My best client? You haven't actually paid me anything, but your exploits around the town with my moustaches has caused more people to come into my store and buy more things. So, free sponsorship?
Oh, sir.
Absolutely. I'm an influencer now.
You've brought another customer in for me. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. And he gets up onto a little step ladder thing that's got wheels. He pulls a stick out and he puts the stick into the ground and he pushes it and zooms across the floor, puts the stick down just before you and stops. The whole thing lifts up a bit so it looks like it's going to tip over you, but he's like, gets right into your face like, hello there, and then comes back like, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine.
What can I do for you today? What sort of costume are you looking for? Are you looking for moustaches?
Perhaps we need full disguises for an espionage mission.
I like the sound of that. I have plenty of disguises around in my shop that you can try on. Sizes fit all. What is it you want? Would you like to dress up as a scary Imperium soldier, or would you like to be one of the old town guards that used to be here? I have a few of those costumes here. The only thing that is currently out of stock is bandit clothing. One, because it's banned in it, and the other one,
Bandit,
yeah, and the other reason is all of
Don't have a boo card.
all of the Reavers bought them out.
Hang on, the Reavers got their clothing from a costume shop.
A lot of it, yes. But
This
the
whole
stuff that
time?
wasn't armor.
This whole time, the Reavers, the feared bandits, have been going around wearing costume shop costumes as their uniform.
Over their really scary armor, yes.
Wow, they're more pathetic than I thought.
They are pretty pathetic, aren't they? But don't tell anybody I said that, because they said that if I ever was to mock them, they would burn my shop down.
I mean,
Don't tell you any secrets.
Yes. What? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, what can I get for you?
I don't think anything as ostentatious as town guard or previous guardian stuff.
This one wants to look like a pirate. A pirate sounds good.
Oh,
Yeah.
A pirate looks you up and down, reaches into an inner pocket and pulls out a really long bit of, like, looks to be like a thin string, although the string is more sort of like 2-3 inches thick. So it's not like a string, but it's in between a rope and a string. Description. Why did I go into so much? Anyway, pulls that out, keeps pulling it out. It's like keeps pulling it out, and eventually it ends. And then he begins wrapping it around his hand. And as he's doing that, you can see that the string has got little black markings going along it. and he jumps down onto the floor, puts it down, this little bit of string down. He said, "Could you stand on that for me, please?"
Sure.
You stand on it. He climbs back up the ladder, holding the string, climbs up on the tippy-toppiest point of the ladder that he can on his tiptoes and holds the string up. And it's got lines going all the way up it. Right, yep, so you're that tall, okay. And would you mind stepping off of that now?
Yeah.
Yep, pulls that up. And as he pulls it, it's almost elasticated and it flicks up and he catches it. And then he shortens it a bit and he measures your shoulders. Right, yes, pirate outfit. I could definitely do something for you. I have something in my storage. It's really old. It's from a famous book that was written a long time ago. It is the Hogarth costume. I have that. You could wear that if you'd like to. But it's very sort of open shirt, and they've got the sort of like there's a suspender version as well if you wanted that. If you wanted to go for more of a captainy look, we've got the Captain Marley if you wanted to wear that.
Whatever's not going to be too noticeable.
I would go for the Hogarth costume then. That's very
open shirt it is.
Oh yes, okay. It's very sort of like an invert of what you're currently wearing, because it would require you to have sleeves and your chest exposed, whereas currently you have your chest covered and your arms exposed.
Sure.
But I'll go get it anyway, and disappears out. And before I disappear, what can I get for you to wear?
Nunak, have you got any ideas?
Who's that question aimed at? Sorry.
It's named at Udric, who I don't.
Oh yeah, because you don't say people's names yet.
Oh right, okay. Sorry, I didn't know this fella's name. All right. Well, if I'm going in as some sort of pirate, you probably want to be a bosun, don't you, or a sailor of another sort?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's not very. It hasn't got any pizzazz to it. Is my problem.
Sure. All right.
Could I make a suggestion? We could make some alterations to the Marley outfit if you'd like to, so it would fit your form a little bit better. It's more for the more broader shouldered person. We also have a couple of other costumes in. We've got one for Izzy costume. It's more of like the sort of mechanic-y sort of one, and then we've got the Princess Nim costume as well, which apparently this Princess Nim in the book The Marley's Journey was a princess that rode on the ship with them or something. So it's got like the sort of piratey boots type thing, and then the sort of princessy dress.
I do not think I want to be a princess. I do not think that is my vibe. I'm gonna go with the captain costume.
Yeah, we can definitely do something with that. Yeah, I could tailor that so it fits your form more. So I have also heard of this book. The bosun in this book is a penguin. Do you have a penguin costume? I do have a costume for. Bear with me one moment, and he disappears.
We also need costumes for bears.
Would the penguin costume work for them?
How big are the bears now, Josh?
The bears would be considered to be, actually, because before the 7-day period was when they were teenagers. They're now almost fully grown bears. So, I mean, you're strong enough to have got them out the window. So how nobody has noticed these bears walking around is, because they do grow a little bit quicker because of the aether inside of them. But yeah, these are two almost fully grown bears. And he's like, bears? What? I didn't see them there.
Yeah,
no,
they walk in closets.
He just reaches into his pocket and pulls out a boo card. Boo! But also, yay! Anyway, I don't think the penguin costume will fit them. I could have a look. Do you have a particular thing in mind you'd like for them? The moustaches always work.
Just paint them to look like badgers.
With moustaches.
With moustaches.
Sure.
Okay, I can definitely do that, right. Well, actually, I've got a really good idea. Let me go into my special stock. and he disappears. And you hear a bunch of clattering and banging around and things. You can see, because it's like rows and rows of clothes on racks and things, and you can just see things at the end being chucked behind him. He's like, got it! And that's one of them. Now where's the other one? Got that one as well. Yes. Maybe we could add a little bit of this to it for a little bit of flair. Yes. And pulls that out. Is that right? Now the secret stock, and you watch as he runs past, sort of toddling along and starts pulling things out. Now, do these still work? And then a bright light flashes. It's like, yes, they still work. Yeah. And comes running back. He's not using the pushway thing to get around, but he's just running back. He's got all these things in his hands. It's sort of over his head, so you can't see his head or anything, and he stops and chucks them onto the counter. Right. Here we go. Right, we've got the Hogarth outfit. Nice and easy for you, sir. You can take that. There we go. And he hands that over to you.
Cool. Udric has absolutely no airs or graces. Will just strip off in the shop.
Oh my. Oh my.
It's fine. It's not cold.
Anyway, yes. So we also have now. I know you said that you didn't want to dress up as a princess or anything at all, but the boots that came in that particular costume they're absolutely amazing. Now, I had a spare pair of boots that weren't actually in the costume set, so I didn't have to open a packet. So I've got those for you. And then I've got the Marley Captain-y outfit as well that you could put on as well if you'd like to. Sort of
excellent. I choose strip off and put on the new outfit.
Oh my! Oh,
it's not weird unless you make it weird.
No, I definitely not. Goes to look away, looks straight at Udric, goes to look at... I'll just do this. Let me know when you're finished.
We're dressed.
Oh, thank God for that. Okay, right. Now,
that was weird. Very strange reaction to nudity.
Thank
very
the
strange for
Guardians for
costume,
that.
man.
He's very red in the face. Right, and he looks over the pair of you. These look very nice. Yes, you both look like proper pirates. That's good. Now I can see, and he pulls out a little stick, and is it okay if I touch you for a moment? And he gestures to
location.
I mean, where?
Just on the legs and things. That's all. Just going to sort of rub this up and down the leg.
Legs, yes. Things, no.
No, I don't want to go anywhere near that stuff. And
PG.
Yeah, he doesn't actually touch you, like runs the stick up and down, but he'll walk round you, Udric, and he'll see that the trousers are a little bit loose in one place, and he taps that location, which is just the side of your hip, and you can feel the trousers restrict a little bit as if they pull in, and then the shirt is a little bit saggy in some places. It's quite a flamboyant open shirt anyway, but it's just a little bit too baggy for you. And so, okay, and he just taps you on the shoulder, and you watch as the shirt fits your form a bit more. Right, that looks good. And then he moves to you, Peri. He's like, right, okay, so right now, and this looks like you've put on something that's a triple XL and you are a small. He's completely drowning you. And he's like, right, taps you on both shoulders with the stick, and the entire upper half of the costume form fits perfectly to you. And then he taps on the tops of both of your thighs, and the same thing happens with the trousers. And yes, you both look absolutely perfect. Now for the bears. Now, he goes into a case and he pulls out 2 mustaches. Mustaches are my specialty. Anybody who wears a mustache, they have a special kind of magic to them. It's very difficult to tell the difference, as it were. These 2 are very, very special mustaches. Now, may I place one on one of the bears so you can have a look?
Sure, 1 second. No biting. You're good.
They both look towards you and nod. You place, you don't. The shopkeeper places one of the mustaches sort of it's got those little plastic clip bits, places it just on the nostrils of the bear, and you watch as the bear, so this like yellow swirling mist encompasses the entire bear, and it shrinks down into a badger.
You're good. I was mildly joking, but...
With a moustache.
You've been
Good.
holding out on me.
These are super special. Yes, I mean, these are very expensive. You are going to have to pay for these mustaches. And he takes the mustache off of the badger bear and it turns back.
How much?
These ones are because of the exquisite what's the word I'm looking for?
Magic.
Not the magic, the
Advertisement?
advertisement. Thank you very much. Yes, for the exquisite advertisement that you've done and the additional work that I've been getting and selling and gold and all of that sort of stuff. I will say 20 gold pieces each for the pair of them. And then the costumes would be 5 gold pieces each.
Oh, we're going to return the costumes.
Okay, 2 gold
Okay.
pieces each for hiring.
I'm just going to plonk 50 gold pieces down.
Why, thank you very much. Takes that, doesn't even count it, puts it away.
I'm
Very
not going to
happy.
mention how much gold I have. I'm just going to let you do it.
All you need to do is speak the command word into these mustaches, and they will transform either your bear friends here or yourselves into anything that you like. For the purposes of this, Sean, can you please add 2 hats of disguise to
What?
your inventory, but they are mustaches.
Mustache of disguise.
The only difference is that the mustaches are always visible no matter what form you take.
This is the best item.
I kind of want to buy another one. So that,
We could have them for the entire party.
yeah, that's
Everyone
what I'm
gets a
thinking.
present when they get home.
I could, if you'd like some more of these are the only 2 I have in stock at the moment because I have to magically make them. And my friend here, you took nearly all of my stock before, so I would need some of those back so I could enchant them to do it. It'd take me, I don't know, probably 2 days to do it. And depending on how many you want, that is.
I could do that. There'll be some very disappointed people around town who have been enjoying their mustaches very much. So you might need to get some other mustaches back in stock to soften the blow.
Okay, I will work on that as well. Yes, they have been quite a high seller, so I'll get some of those. But if you happen to have any, if you want me to enchant some now, it will take me a few days to do it, depending on the number you need. But I can do that, but I just need to take some back off of you, that's all.
I don't actually have any more on me right now. I just gave the last one to a patient in a hospital.
Oh, that's a really good thing. That's a really nice thing to do. Okay, well,
I'm very
I will
kind.
work on some more. It'll take me a little bit longer because I've got to make the mustaches first, then I've got to enchant them. So, I don't know, give me a week and I could have... How many would you like?
How many of us are there?
There are 4 more of you, I believe. Yes, 4 more of you.
4 more. Let's go with 5, just in case, for no particular reason. Just
Yeah,
you know, in
yeah,
case one
that's
goes
good.
missing.
I will say that if you went with 6, then that would be enough to cover all of you plus the 2 bears.
Yeah. And if you have any enemies that need taking care of as part of the payment for a bit of a discount, I would be more than willing to help on that regard.
I mean, the Reavers? Don't repeat that to anybody.
Look, we're already on that one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know, don't repeat that to anybody. I think everyone knows they burnt down the mercenary company. It's kind of obvious.
Yeah, no,
at
it
this
makes sense. I mean, and they've not been seen in the town for a little while, so yeah. Anyway, so you want 6 more of these. So that is going to take me probably 2 weeks rather than a week, and it will cost you 100 gold pieces in total.
Cool. We'll give it to you upon the production of the mustaches.
Brilliant. Thank you. I will get started on that when I close tonight. Thank you. Thank you very much for your business as well. It's very much appreciated. And I am incredibly sorry. I don't know either of your names.
Oh. Kian and Udric. Udric is to my friends. You can count yourself as a friend.
Oh, thank you very much. And yourself, my esteemed advertiser and maybe manager? No, we're not going down that road just yet.
Call me Captain Taya, I say as I doff the cap and try and do a piratical bow.
Captain Taya. Brilliant. Thank you very much. My name is Evie. Did you write this guy's name down? Because I can't remember.
No, I did not.
That's fine. I'll come up with a different one. I'll cut that bit out. My name is Fumbledid.
Fumble did.
Fumbledid.
What did Fumble do?
Fumbledid is what he did.
Mm.
It was something like that. For everybody at home, the actual name would have appeared when I said that. Because that's something I forgot to write down. Anyway, you can both leave this shop with your costumes intact. What form would you like the bears to take? With the
So it's only disguised self, isn't it? So it's not like their weight changes. So we couldn't like turn them into a couple of parrots, for example.
That's true, yes. It is disguised self. No, sorry. It's more chaotic if you can change the form. So it's basically a polymorph, but it's a mixture of polymorph and disguised self.
You don't say, and we're all getting them.
Yes, you're all getting them, and I gave them to you for really cheap. But
you're regretting giving me a costume shop now.
But you do have to have the moustache. And we will let all of the other players know so that they can all decide on the type of moustache that they get.
Chaos. Cool. So we can have a couple of mustachioed parrots.
Yeah.
It works with the pirate theme as well.
That's what we think.
One sits on your shoulder, Udric. The other one goes to sit on Peri's shoulder.
Authenticity, you see?
Did you make that noise?
Yeah, sorry, I had beans for breakfast.
Ugh. And then a berry. So, okay, to the pub.
And as you both make your way towards the Shady Gull, that is where we are going to take our break. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes once we have filled our drinks up and had a bit of a stretch. So we will see you in a minute. Goodbye. Welcome back, everybody. We have taken our short rest and we are going to dive straight back into the next half of today's session. In the first half, Peri and Udric met up with each other after spending some time apart to do their various things over the past week. Realised that they've not seen Lucian anywhere, so went to go see his friend Cilia, who is in the hospital still. Upon getting there, both Cilia and Crag said that they'd not seen Lucian for a few days. Crag explained that Lucian had gone to the Shady Gull to do some investigating into some things to do with a group known as the Crying Beggars, and to basically trying to get their mission that they have within the town that Solomon's given them off the ground. Both Peri and Udric travelled to the costume shop to get some disguises so that they could go into the Shady Gull, and let's just say that was fun. We've got Udric going around as Hogarth, who was Nat's pirate character that Nat played in the Marley series that is on YouTube, and Peri is now dressed as Marley, who was Tom's character from that series as well. If you'd like to go see those, go check them out on YouTube. They are hilarious.
That's promotion.
As we come back into... Oh, also, I should also point out the most important thing of the last half was that 2 magical moustaches have been purchased and placed on the bears. These are called Moustaches of Disguise. They allow the user to cast Disguise Self on themselves or polymorph once per day, using the command words for what they are. So for these 2 moustaches... they've been placed on the bears, and both of them have been polymorphed into parrots that still have the moustaches. One sitting on Udric's shoulder, the other one is sitting on Peri's shoulder as you make your way to the Shady Gull. Now, the Shady Gull is right in the corner of one of the streets. It's the long sort of main street where at one end is the Rusty Pirate that leads down in towards where the dock area is, and then you've got Goggle Springs and all of that going up one side. The other side, you've got the bakery and some other shops up the other side, and the blacksmiths. And right on the edge, on the corner, as you would turn to go up towards where the infirmary is the Shady Gull. It's got a one of those swinging sides outside that's got a gull that's doing the whole gun show thing with an anchor tattoo on it. It's proper shady place. The sign looks like it's not been painted or changed in a number of years, and it looks really, really faded.
Very quick point of order.
Yes.
Given that Kanan, one of the things Kanan's also been doing is helping out with the paper rounds, so that he can learn the layout of the town a bit better. Would I know, between us going to the Shady Gull and like where we were, if there was somewhere that I could buy like a crutch or something? Because Peri's kind of affecting a limp earlier has kind of given Udric the idea that maybe he should affect a limp, and I would like to buy a crutch, quarterstaff.
Probably a crutch like quarterstaff.
Or a quarterstaff like crutch.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely get one from the costume shop if you wanted to. If you wanted one specifically made out of wood, the costume shop would probably be a good place to get it from.
No, yes. One of those.
I've got the perfect thing for you. And he runs off and comes back with a crutch, but it's got the sort of arm placements that you'd put in your upper arm or lower arm, depending on where, with the handle. But it's also got some other handles underneath, and he places it down and it sort of sticks to the ground, and he steps up it to sort of salute you. I used to use this one as like a pogo stick to get around. He gets down, he takes off some of the lower things so it doesn't smack you in the leg, puts them in his pocket. But you can take that, that's fine. Yeah, it's free of charge, please, but bring it back.
Sure, yeah. I will do this.
Thank you very much. Yes, goodbye. And you can leave. And as you get closer to the Shady Gull, you can start walking with a bit of a limp. And as you enter in, who would like to go in first?
Oh, Captain, after you.
Don't mind if I do. Bangs the door open with a...
Do this and look inside, and it is... I mean, you've only just put your foot on the threshold, and your foot is already sticking to the floor. It is a grubby, disgusting-looking place. As you enter in, the bar is not even 3 steps from where the door is, but but that's the sort of short end of the bar. It goes around and stretches all the way up the entire length of the right-hand wall of the building, and you can see there are at least 4 people that are working behind the bar at the moment. There's dirty glasses and tankards and everything everywhere. These people look like they're rushed off of their feet. For anybody who, especially us who live in the UK, this is basically like a Wetherspoons, and not a very well kept Wetherspoons.
Burn.
The other side,
all the Wetherspoons. Carry on.
The other side, as you've come in, because the entranceway is quite narrow, you'd think this would be quite a narrow building, but as you enter in, it sort of extends probably 10-15 feet to the left, and you can see there's loads of booths where people are sitting. It is very busy in here. There are a lot of other people who are dressed very similarly to the two of you. The only difference is they look a lot dirtier than you do, like they've worn their clothes for quite a few days. They don't look as fresh. And right at the far end, on the left-hand side, you can see there are 2 double doors, and there seems to be a rather large gentleman stood there with his arms crossed, just watching everybody, looking around.
Very, very quick. I'm just wondering, because like Druidcraft is all about the kind of nature, and it's like, if I notice that everybody else looks a little bit grubbier, can I just very quickly just kind of tap Peri's leg and use Druidcraft to muddy up their costume a bit, and then I'll do the same to mine.
Yeah, you're using it very, very similar to how like prestidigitation works, but you basically
opposite.
But the opposite of it. But you sort of like summon a bit of dirt into your hand and sort of have to sort of pass it over to Peri for Peri to sort of wipe over themselves, and you do the same your end, and you can make yourself look a bit grubby so you fit in a little bit more. 2 parrots are still on your shoulders. Yeah,
it's the instantaneous harmless effect thing, except it's dirt. Yeah, so all the dirt just kind of like to the trouser legs, and they're both a bit grubbier.
Cool. The bar area is quite busy. There's a few people sort of shouting over various things, whether it's my food's cold, why haven't my drinks been served yet, oh my god, I'm leaving, or oh my guardians, I'm leaving, and quite a few people sort of push past you and walk out as well. It's a bit busier than what you were told it was going to be. From what you were told by, I think it was Crag, that the business has been a bit slow, but you know, cheap drinks, cheap food, anybody will go there.
Yeah, if you don't think you're going to get stabbed, of course you would. Much unlike a Weatherspoons.
Yeah. Or get a milkshake thrown at you.
Very Thursdays, though.
Yeah.
No, pretend I didn't say that. I'm not advertising Weatherspoons.
Yes, what would the pair of you like to do?
Shall I get us a couple of rums?
Yeah, pirates drink rum.
Yeah.
I think.
So I've been told.
And then maybe we can... the bartenders, honestly, they look like they're not going to be able to give us any information right now. But that guy at the back with the arms could be a good person to chat to.
Do you want a security table near that folk then?
Are there any tables? Oh, I'll clear one, it's fine.
Yeah, most of the tables look quite full. You could find a table that's more in the centre of the room area that has just been vacated as the people have had enough of waiting for an hour and a half for their food.
Oh, I was going to intimidate my way into a table, but if there's one free, I'll take that one, I guess.
You walk over to it, look really intimidatedly, and as they get up and look at you and go, "We were leaving anyway," and sort of run out the door.
Yeah, you better leave.
Yeah, you've got yourself a table.
Got to the bartender. 2 rums.
You say that as a cacophony of other voices sort of shout over you, and the bartender is just looking around trying to looks quite young, and so pouring the drinks and stuff, and somebody else shouts, "Oh yeah, I'll get you, hang on, wait, I need to who ordered this one? Nobody did. No one?
That'd be me.
Oh, okay, thank you." And pass that'll be a gold, please, thank you.
I give them a gold piece. I kind of lead in, almost as if it's threateningly, and I go, "You're doing a great job. Keep it up."
Thanks. And somebody else shouts. He's like, okay. Runs off. Anybody who's ever worked in the bar, the pain is real. But yeah, you're able to quickly grab 2 drinks. And as you turn to walk towards as you turn and walk away from the bar, somebody else comes up not behind you, but sort of takes your space at the bar. And I ordered 2 drinks about 20 minutes ago, and they're not anywhere. What's going on? And you just take your drinks over and you sit down with Peri at the table.
What did you order?
Captain Tia.
What did you order? I got you creme de menthe.
What?
Creme de menthe.
Okay, sure. It's not as if I can get drunk anyway.
Can you not?
No, it doesn't work on me.
That sucks. Is that why you're always on a sugar high?
I mean, I guess so, but I don't know what being drunk feels like, so I'm not missing out. I mean, I guess I am, because I can feel Gwen getting drunk, and she seems to have a great time with it.
We should probably be pretending to be pirates. I mean...
Yar!
Yar.
Yar, ar, ar. And as you go, yar, ar, ar, a couple of the people look at you with a cocked eyebrow and then just go back to drinking. Don't really seem to be paying you much attention. You can see there are a couple of waiting staff moving around, taking foods to tables, going to walk away, coming back, picking the food up again, and then moving to another table as they've got some of the orders wrong. And so I could have sworn this was ordered for table 5. No, we're table 7. Okay, yeah, I'll put this in. Yeah, they're moving around.
We were table 5.
Oh yes, okay. And you have 2 plates of food handed to you, and they are 2 of the greasiest burgers you've ever seen in your life. They look like they've been stood on. They are that flat packed.
Rurik, why did you do this? I'm really full from your berry. Like, I'm so bloated.
You don't have to eat it. It's just so that, it looks like it. Just feed it to parrot.
Do parrots eat? Oh, yeah, of course. Here you go, Polly.
Parrots are in it and not eating like parrots should eat.
That is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen some fucked up shit.
I don't doubt it. Right, I've got a passive perception of 15 and a passive insight of 15. So what do I percept and insit?
Insit? Well, I mean, you're sitting in the pub right now.
Arr.
Har, boo.
Arr.
Mr. Flumble, the costume man just holds a boo sign up at the window. You, with your insight, the sort of first thing is there is a lot of anger in this place. A lot of people just want to eat their food, drink their drinks, be left alone, get something for free. You can, and with your passive perception, you watch as someone goes to pull like a bug or a cockroach out of their pocket to put in their dinners to get it for free, and then an actual bug sort of crawls out of it and runs off. That sort of thing. The thing that stands out to you the most is the doorway right at the end of the room with the larger figure stood outside with their arms crossed, sort of looking around as everybody's just milling about. You watch as a couple of people go up some stairs and it says toilets. So they go up and they make their way to they're making their way
to
to
the next
toilets.
building over.
Yeah. To piss off of the cliff.
Right, so I'm team go talk to Muscle Man outside Gambling Hall. What are you team?
Could be team look around the room and see if I hear anything interesting. Team.
Okay, you do your circle, team. I'll go chat up this guy. I don't know what the term is.
I'm new to this and all.
Yeah, we got this. I'm naturally good at pretty much everything, so I'm sure this will go swimmingly. And you're magic.
So.
I'm also magic, as someone sort of stumbles over and sort of goes to place their arm around you, but sort of stumbles and trips over and falls on the floor. Magic!
I step on their hand as I make my way over.
You've got a face only a mother could punch. Shut it.
You've got a... Yep, Peri, Captain Taya, you get up and you make your way over to the larger gentleman at the door. Looks like he's probably a human, standing 6'2", 6'3", big, broad shoulders. Looks like his head and shoulders are connected without a neck. He's got that much muscle around him. He looks at you. He's like, "What can I do for you?"
Greetings. My name is Captain Taya. I am a pirate and stuff. I'm looking for a really big grey guy with tattoos on his arms. He owes me some money, yar.
Right.
Seen him?
Maybe. Holds his hand up.
Why is everyone so obsessed with gold in this town? Fine. And I pop a gold in the hand.
I might have seen him around. Came in here looking to do a bit of gambling.
And when was that?
Holds his hand out again.
I'm gonna, yeah. I'm gonna slap my hand down and pull him in real close. Just say, "You're gonna tell me or I'm gonna break this arm."
Roll me an intimidation check.
That I can do.
I think you can rage your intimidation into strength.
Ooh, yes.
Think as a
and
barbarian.
that would have the added effect of my eyes darkening in a very creepy way.
Yeah. Oh, I knew this was going to be so much fun.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to hit the rage button as well. So it becomes strength. And honestly, I didn't need to because I got a 19 on the dice. But for the vibes. So that's 19 plus 5 is
24.
24. I'm also proficient in intimidation. Does that still stack?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
that applies to that as well. So what's proficiency +3 at this level? So it's 28.
28.
No, 27.
On intimidation. 27.
Wow. Okay, so yeah,
Rage the roof.
Rage the roof. As you pull him closer in and your eyes darken, his eyes widen. So, he came here two nights ago. He talked his way into the gambling hall and was here all night. He left with a couple of people. One of them was the quartermaster of the docks. The name's Jack, but yeah, they were playing cards and stuff. I think I've stood out here most of the time.
Is Jack the guy that doesn't like me?
No, Jack is. No, you've not seen Jack, so you don't know who Jack is.
Give me a detailed description of this Jack.
Yeah, Jack. She's the quartermaster of the docks. She wears a lot of quartermastery clothing. I think she's got red hair at the minute. She dyes it every other week. So it was red 2 days ago. I don't know what color it might be now.
Okay, you can stop now. I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
And you're gonna laugh like we're old friends. And if I come over here again, you're gonna let me into this room, okay?
Yeah, sure. Captain Taya. Yes, Captain.
Remember the name.
I will.
And go.
Sweat.
Such fun. Yar.
Yar, such fun. Yeah.
Make that joke again, I am going to break your nose.
I'm sorry. And he just goes really quiet.
Excellent. Now I've got someone to find. I'm going to go back to the table and just kind of put my feet up, very pleased with myself.
Oh, yes. Perception check from Udric, please, as you are sat there listening to everything going on.
Cool. Didn't roll very well. I only got 7. So,
you try to listen out, but this person that tried to give you a drunken hug and is now on the floor pretty much next to your table, gargling and crying about something to do with his partner caught him cheating or something and kicked them out, and they've been in this place for the past, or since this morning, or since early hours of the morning, and he wants to go home but is too afraid to.
Yeah, I was probably trying to be a mean pirate, but also trying to give out some decent counselling advice. Yeah. I've probably also given him a good brie, and I've rolled him onto his side so he doesn't puke and drown in it.
As you give him the good brie, just because I think it's funny, he gets healed for 1 hit point, but I just think it's funny that it makes him sober, and he just lays there for a moment, and he just starts going, why is all the pain back?
Everybody makes mistakes, and the healing process has to start somewhere. You bastard.
You're so nice.
No, I'm not. I'm a mean old man.
You're a mean old man. My head hurts. Why is your parrot eating like that?
It's ravenous.
Why have I not got a boo card today of all days?
Okay, I'm gonna go put my head down the toilet now, and crawls away.
Probably a good idea.
As they crawl away, Peri walks back and just sort of steps over their body and then carries onto the table, sits down, puts their feet up.
Probably didn't even notice him.
Yeah.
No, might have stepped on a finger again by accident. Or
not. My finger. Why does everybody feel they need to step on me? Carries on going.
Because you're crawling on the floor.
Oh, you did notice me. I feel so seen. Carries on going.
I just don't care. Sit
Oh
down.
no, I feel unseen again. Carries on.
So, I didn't get anything useful.
No, you just had a guy crawling to the bathroom. What did you do to him? It must have been brutal.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Nice. I'm getting more respect for you by the minute. So Lucian was here 2 days ago and went to gamble in the back room, made deals with people, left with someone called Jack, quartermaster at the docks. That's our next lead.
Sure, Jack. So what you're saying is that we should bully our way into the Bacchanal.
I mean, I was just going to go and talk to Jack first, but he will just let us in now.
Oh, is Jack in the bar on this side?
Jack's at the docks, I thought.
No,
Sure.
I see.
Josh, am I misremembering?
Jack was in this place 2 nights ago. If you wanted to have asked, doesn't mean necessarily mean they're here, but if you wanted to have asked your new bitch if they are, I mean, if they are here now, no, they're at the docks. No, they're at the docks. They're at the docks. They only come here at night.
Taps on cheek. Yeah, we need to go to the docks. But, you know, if you wanted to gamble, you're welcome to go in there.
No, I've never seen the need personally.
Okay, well, luckily we are dressed for the docks.
No, yeah, exactly. 2 for 1 on your costumes. Did you want to stop in on Solomon first, or seeing as we haven't really found anything useful, do we just go?
Let's go to the docks first and then circle back to Solomon. See if we can actually have, you know, something to show for the day first.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to turn up empty-handed.
Yeah, I hate to disappoint the old man.
Yeah, chaos.
Mm.
Before we give him some choice 4-letter words.
And many more letter words.
Expletives.
Yeah, you can both get up, finish your food. Well, the bears finish the parrots finish the food and drink. Yep, they finish food and drink. Or they finish the food, you finish the drink. You can both leave. And again, there's still stuff going on there. 2 of the bartenders are now crying, and there's people shouting at them. But you walk out and leave, and
I'm going to tip the bar staff directly into their hands before we leave.
Oh, please. Yep.
Can I, one of the ones that's been tipped, can I pull them in for a moment?
Yeah. They walk to the end of the bar where the doorway is, and there's those lifty up bits where they can get out onto the floor, and they come over and they're like, yeah.
So this job is clearly quite shit. Might be more jobs going at the mercenary company soon, so keep it open.
Well, I'm not really a mercenary type, but I mean, if they've got
Need help in the kitchen.
Okay, all right, yeah, I'll look out. Thank you.
Yeah, you didn't hear it from me. I'm not nice to you.
No, you're horrible to me. Yes, sort of gives you a wink, and you can see there's tears streaming down their face with the big grin as they accept the tip from you, Udric, and they shove it into their pocket. This is the person that served you. So thank you. I will.
I've taken 5 gold pieces off, assuming that I'm tipping people. I'm going around trying to do it in a way that looks like I'm threatening them.
You're doing a really. It's like how it's. I don't know if anybody's ever seen these in interviews or anything, but when wrestlers, specifically WWE wrestlers, are on interview shows, they talk about the art of how they do their promos and stuff, and it's like they basically say they speak in a way where it sounds like they're insulting you, but they're actually saying really nice things about you. So it's like, you know, I could say to Sean, that top looks really, really nice on you. That sort of stuff. And that's kind of what you're doing, giving them these gold coins.
Jim Carrey and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
Make a lovely latte. I really appreciate having you around.
Exactly that. I don't know why that popped into my head. But anyway, yes. And They seem to perk up a little bit, and as you walk out, you can hear that some of them start backchatting, some of the customers, like basically telling them to calm down, we'll get to you in a moment. But yes, you leave and you make your way down the main street, and you get to where the Rusty Pirate is, or the Dusty Pirate, and is it Dusty or Rusty? Why can't my brain remember? Dusty, thank you.
Rusty.
No, Rusty.
It's a bit.
An R.
R, yes, Rusty. The Rusty Pirate. I don't know why my brain forgot what it was called for a second. Anyway, you make your way down the slope area that leads to where the dock is. The dock isn't, the initial entranceway to the dock isn't that busy. There are a few stalls set up, but not that many. These are more the regulars who live in the town that go down there to try and trade with people when the ships come in. There isn't a ship in at the moment because the Golden Maiden hasn't long left. But you can see there are a couple of dock workers who are moving around with with a passive perception of 15 from Udric. You overhear them saying that there's a ship coming from Abercathis soon, and it's been travelling for quite a while. It will have been travelling for quite a while, and it's carrying a lot of stock, and there's some merchants and things that are going to be on there that are looking to trade and things, so they need to make sure that they've got the dock area cleared of all the stuff that's on it currently. And then you overhear another conversation where they're talking about the drowner attacks on the main oceans on the main shallows are getting worse, and we're lucky that we have the netting that has only caused a few drowners to get into the bay area.
I pull someone aside and just say, I'm looking for Jack.
Where be Jack?
Where be Jack?
A dwarven woman who is carrying a barrel on one shoulder at the moment and is sort of steadying it with the other hand, looks towards you. Jack, the quartermaster, you want to go towards the end of Dock 3, looking at the couplings and everything for when the next ship comes in. That'll be where you'll find them.
Many thanks, yar.
Oh, okay. And gives you a look and then just carries on, sort of jogs along to catch up with the people that she was working with, and they carry on moving things around.
These disguises are flawless.
I know, I'm getting quite good at this acting shit.
Yeah, we're blending in like we've been here forever. It's magic.
Some of it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make your way towards where Dock 3 is, or Pier 3, or whatever. You make your way there. Peripatea, you feel like somebody or something or some people are watching you as you begin to get onto that pier.
I would like to surreptitiously perceive around me and see if I can figure that out.
You can either roll a perception check or you can use your passive. Up to you.
My passive is 16. I will give it. I'll give a roll a go though.
Go for it.
Okay, so, it's 16.
Okay. So either way, you have a little look around, and as you turn your head to the right towards where the dock area comes to its sort of natural, well, I say natural, but comes to an end, you can see amongst a bunch of crates and some tarpaulin and bits and some like little warehouse buildings and stuff, moving large boxes around. There is a large hulking figure, bald head, massive mustache, although it's not a disguise, but this is the Vari gentleman who you had bumped into, who wasn't very nice to you before.
Oh, great. This guy again. Hey, Rurik, you see that guy over there watching us, watching me?
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to disguise it or surreptitiously. I'm like, that guy. He has challenged me at the arena, seems to hate my guts for no reason, and my dreams have told me I need to talk to him.
Oh. Do you think now's the time?
I think after we've spoken to Jack, because this is getting creepy now. I give him a rude gesture.
He just stares at you.
See?
Doesn't even... He's still moving things as he's doing this, but he doesn't even register that Udric's with you. And then after a little bit of time of like this stare down, he just turns away and begins moving things. And you watch as he picks one large crate up by one hand, sort of moves it and plonks it down. He's not showing off or anything, but well, at least you don't think he's trying to show off. It's probably empty.
Vaguely threatening.
Vaguely threatening. But yes, you can make your way down the dock, and at the end of it, you can see a woman and two younger people stood at the end of the dock. This woman is wearing a hat very similar to the Marley hat that you're currently wearing. Peri probably is a variant of the Marley captain's hat. This person probably bought their costume from the costume their uniform from the costume shop.
Why does everyone get their clothes from the costume shop? Is there not a clothes shop?
No.
Does no one make their own clothes?
No. Well, they might do, but this looks fancy. But they've got
with a magical stick. That's why.
Exactly. They've got a waistcoat on with with short sleeves. It's like one of those blousey, not blousey, but you know how in those sort of days they had those big white fluffy things with the laced bit tied up.
Oh, a poet shirt.
That's it, thank you. I couldn't remember what it was called. And with a waistcoat on and slacks, they've got a hat with a bandana on underneath it and some little beads that are sticking down. Red hair flowing all the way down. Looks like it had been recently dyed, so their hair colour might have been different a couple of days ago. As you get closer, the two younger people, their children, they are basically wearing full-on pirate outfits, and they look up and they're like, "Oh, Miss Jack, there's two people here to see you." And she spots a pair of you, gives a look of, I don't know who you are, turns back to the two children, puts her hand into a coin pouch and hands them both a coin. "Well, good job, the pair of you today. Get yourselves off for the rest of the day and I'll see you bright and early in the morning." "Thanks, miss," and they run off. She turns around and you can see that she shuts a big book that's in her hands. "Hello there. Can I help you with anything at all?"
Shiver me booty. We are looking for a tall, grey man with big arms and tattoos who you were speaking to 2 days ago, Yar. Do you know where Lucian is? Well, we just want to talk.
Yeah. I spoke to him a couple of days ago. I've made a bit of a deal with him. Looks over the pair of you. Yeah, but I've not seen him since 2 days ago.
Dare I ask about this deal? We're good friends of Lucian's. I can actually say that. Like, I know I said we just want to talk, but actually we do. We spend time with the guy.
She's going to roll an insight check against you.
I'm also basically just inciting everything she says.
Yeah, you can roll an insight check if you'd like to. If you roll lower than your passive, you can use your passive.
I did not. I rolled a 19.
Nice. So she looks you both up and down. Well, everybody else in the town refers to him as the Big Greys, and nobody else knows his name. The fact that you do leads me to believe that you are friendly with him at least. So, what the hell? I owe him some money. He purchased some debt that I had around the town, and now I owe him, and I am paying that off by letting him know what gets smuggled into the town or out of the town. That's my payment to him.
I see.
It's pretty useful, actually.
So what is getting smuggled in? Are you allowed to pass it on to an intermediary?
No, I'm only allowed to pass it on to him.
I mean, that's reasonable.
How are you supposed to pass it on to him if he's missing?
When I see him next time, to pass it on to him.
Did he give you any inclination about where he was heading next? Maybe buying up someone else's debt?
As far as I'm aware, he was doing something for something to do with the crime beggars. He didn't go into any detail.
Did he ask you to write a note for him?
Yes, he did actually. Yeah, he asked me to write a note to leave it at the tavern for him.
You served in the military.
Yes, so a long time ago. Navy.
Maybe. I was army.
Oh, what regiment?
What regiment, Josh?
Don't know. No, you were part of the. Hang on, Josh is. Hang on, I've got the map here. Hang on, I've got the map here. We're probably going to need that now. Josh will cut this bit. I'm just trying to remember.
I'll say, if we know what it is, but I'll also say it was quite a while ago now. It was during the Rising.
Yeah, I served during the Rising as well. You were part of the Mestis regiment. Mestis.
Mestis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Mestis.
The Mestis regiment. Oh. And you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was what happened with that regiment was horrible. How have you been since then?
Honestly, I didn't even know that this war had been named. I only found that out a couple of days ago.
Oh.
It was just a war. They don't tell you what they're going to name it when you're in the thick of it, do they?
No. You're a lucky one then. The first one I've ever met.
Only one I've ever met.
Maybe don't go. If anybody, a piece of sound advice. Maybe don't go telling people that you were part of that regiment.
Good advice, thank you. But I felt that we had a bit of an understanding.
No, that's fair. And there's a piece of friendly advice from one soldier to another. It would be best for you to not mention that to people. Yes.
Quick question. It's a bit of a tangent, but we'll circle back to the actual topic in a minute. Serving for the Rising, all good, all well and good. You didn't see Savannah, did you?
Who?
Savannah, big, well, quite small actually, scary necromancy lady.
No.
Kind of did the whole thing.
What? There's never been any confirmed information on how the Rising started.
Oh, I didn't know that was confidential. Oh well. Did you also see an undead dragon around anywhere?
Not as far as I'm aware. I was mainly stationed at sea, stopping the drowners from joining the Rising.
Okay, just curiosity. It doesn't mean anything. Don't read into it.
Right. Okay. But yes, Lucian, as I said, saw him 2 days ago. He said something about going up to speak to the person that was giving him the job or something, and that he'd come back to see me in a few days to get some more information. I am to keep him informed of any and all things that are smuggled in and out, especially anything that retains to the Reavers, because we have done some smuggling for the Reavers in the past, and also, what was the other thing that he told me to? What was the other thing that he wanted me to do? Do that, and any information that I can get on the crime beggars as well.
Okay, well, I think our next point of call is the crying beggars.
Where?
Where?
No, it says it seems that way.
Yeah, sorry, I misheard you. It's all this pirate water in my ears.
Yes, well, I mean, good luck with that. And the only known way to get to where the crime beggars HQ is the cave entrance on the beach. It's where how we get a lot of the stuff to them. We have to take it in through the water, and we have to disguise ourselves as drowners in order to do it.
Do you get those
that's a
from the
good
costume
idea.
shop?
A costume shop?
Yeah, do you get your drowners outfits from the costume shop?
No. There's
Inside
probably... Yeah, you can inside check that.
Please don't tell me you kill drowners, skin them, and wear the skin.
30-20.
Exactly that.
That is so gross. But kind of ingenious. You also smell like a drowner.
I shouldn't do. I have not been out. I've not done any smuggling for a little while.
I meant hypothetically, but now you mention it, there is a bit of an odour.
This is because the last time I did it, you need to wash your hair a few times when you do it. Like you say, it puts them off of the scent. They can't, they've got a thing for living flesh, and if you're wearing the undead flesh, then they don't tend to come after you.
One more question before we go. As disturbing as that was, also ingenious. That guy on that cliff with the big moustache.
Ulfar, yeah.
That
Not
guy.
the pissing one, that one.
I wish they would stop pissing up there. Look, it's spraying everywhere because they're doing it into the wind.
I've started something here. But that guy, what's his deal?
Ulfar, he's been here for quite a long time. He's a well-respected fighter in the pits, very hard worker. He's actually been here longer than I have.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to him. It's fine. And I
Okay.
walk away.
Was there anything else I could help you with, sir?
No, you're all good. Just you mind Lucian's agreement, and yeah, we hope that you paid your debt off soon enough. And
Okay.
I'll do whatever kind of military salute they had.
Yeah, you do the military salute, and they do a more naval sort of one back to you. It's very similar to the one that you do, but it's like
Wetter.
extra wetter. Yeah, it looks a little bit wetter. There's like a squelching noise when they do it. And
Really need to clean that outfit after the drowner's suit.
Yeah, I know. And you can make your way, well, Peri, you can make your way towards where the warehouses are and where Ulfar is moving some crates. And as you get close to him, he doesn't even look at you, but he says, "What can I do for you, little peripateia?" And starts moving things around.
I think we need to have a talk.
Are you sure that's a wise conversation? Are you sure that's wise for us to have that conversation right now?
Why wouldn't it be?
He turns to look at you, sort of moves his shirt down a little bit as it's sort of ridden up a bit as he's been moving things. How many of your journals have you read?
1.
Then you're not ready. Turns around and starts moving crates again.
I'm not leaving until I get a couple of bits of information from you. I'm sick of people withholding even the smallest detail.
I'll give you 2 questions. I won't answer any more after that.
Okay. And I will circle back. So, what's your problem with me?
He looks towards you. Read a few more journals and you'll find out.
That's a non-answer.
1 more question.
Tell me about the smoke with red eyes that exudes darkness, speaks primordial abyssal, and wants me to come home.
Don't listen to it. Stay away.
Yeah. I've learned that by now. But what's with it?
That's your 3rd question. I said 2.
Actually, the second one was a statement. I did not phrase it as a question. Genie rules.
Clever and annoying as always, Peripateia. Clever and annoying as always. What was your question again?
What is it called?
Peripatea.
Is that sassy?
He seems deadpan serious. There is no hint of. The only thing that you get is annoyance and a little bit of anger from him. He's been slightly sassy to you, but that seemed more forced than anything. Like, that's not an emotion he normally expresses.
Peripatea.
Peripatea. Now that was a question. That's two questions.
That was 2 questions. I will be back when I've read a bit more.
He walks off and he disappears into one of the warehouses.
For God's sake, I was going to say that I didn't mean you any ill will, but now I fucking do. God.
Don't hear anything.
That guy's the fucking worst.
Seems to know your previous self, though.
One of them. Maybe more. I don't know. He's not going to tell me. I'll probably learn about it before he even gives me any answers, so it will be moot and void.
It seems pretty useful, though. Whatever this red mist thing is that you've seen. By the way, terrifying. Not sure if I was there for that.
Oh no, this was in a dream. Many dreams. But my dreams are also real, so.
Also, for Udric with the passive perception and insight of 15, Ulfar's just walking away from a conversation is very, very, very similar to what Peripatea literally just did to Jack.
You know, it started out as just coincidence, and then it just became a character trait. It's all connected.
It is.
Right. Okay, well, do you want to do anything else before we go speak to Solomon?
No, nothing else on my list. I suppose we should probably check in.
Great. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Okay. The pair of you can make your way up towards Solomon's mercenary company. Passive perceptions, I will just say on the way that you hear that just as you're about to leave the dock area, you overhear one of the merchants saying that they've had an update. There's been an update and the ship is coming in tomorrow. So, and then people start rushing around because they're like, shit, we're expecting it in a couple of days because of the nearby storm and the supposed drowner attacks, but it's coming in early, and they start rushing around to try and get things prepared because the dock is quite a mess from the last delivery that was made by the Golden Maiden.
Seems like
Hmm?
Seems like they've got their hands full at the docks.
Yeah, I'm assuming that this ship is going to have the people wanting to purchase my journals on it as well. So there's going to be some more players in the town soon for Lulu to ingratiate himself with, or us, the pirates, to ingratiate ourselves with. I want to talk to them. Actually, I've got words for that queen.
Yeah, I think that Captain Taya and First Mate Rurik could do with another outing tomorrow.
Oh, first mate, are we?
Well, I'm the only other one here, aren't I?
That's true.
Who's
also
First
makes you
Mate then? A
second.
parrot?
Yeah.
Fine. Bosun then. Can it be
You can work
bosun?
your way up.
All right.
I would like to point out, and I can't believe I'm about to do this, but I think it is absolutely hilarious that an hour has passed and the two bears have not changed back.
We were waiting until...
Listen, they are Aether-infused bears. Do the rules apply to them in the same way it would apply to us?
Exactly. Magic
You-
bears.
Magic bears. because magic. You both make your way up to the ruins of the mercenary company and can head down the stairs into the vault below. The main door to the vault where the stairs are is currently shut, but as you get to sort of like the third of the way point down the stairs, the doors open on their own and you can walk into the vault area. The doors do shut behind you. While you're making your way down there, I don't know why I'm doing it in this order, I should have said it in the other order, but you can see that their frameworks are beginning to come up around the old foundations. New foundations are being dug out, and you can see the woman that was sat on Celia's bed is stood with a hard hat on in the middle of it all with paper drawings of how the building's going to look in front, like an architect type thing. She's sort of gesturing for people she's talking to somebody who looks like they're the site manager, and that person is then barking orders to other people who are moving things around. But as you descend down the stairs, the doors open, the doors shut again, and you are in the first vault area, and Solomon is sort of sat at the table next to where the other vault door is that leads into where all of the other journals and stuff are, and he's just sat there looking at the floor at the moment. There's a chessboard set up next to him, and he turns and moves one of the chess pieces and looks back, and you watch as one of the other chess pieces on the opposite side moves. He looks back and moves another one. He notices you both come in. Oh, Peri and Udric. Peri and... Is that you two?
Yar, I be Captain Taya.
Yeah, so
Taya, I've not heard you use that name for a long time. Anyway, it's good to see you.
Damn it. Yeah, good to see you too. We've been busy. I don't think I've seen you since I woke up, have I?
No, I was going to say you look a little more sparkly. Is that a word I can use? I can definitely see you've got some of your previous life on you.
Yeah, and I'm taller.
I hadn't noticed that, but that's because I'm still sat down. But that's bound to happen.
Well, previous Peripatea is also has some complicated feelings towards you right now, but you know how it is, we're the same person.
You have all of the memories from that Peripatea then?
Pretty much.
I would just like to, again, express my sincere apologies for my deception, and I hope that you can understand in some way, maybe not forgive, but understand in some way why I needed to do it the way I did. I may have cocked it up, as the young people say these days, but I believed I had the best interests of everyone in mind.
I've learned from my memories that, honestly, everything you say needs to be taken with a grain of salt.
It's
That's
definitely becoming increasingly hard to believe anything that you say.
That is fair. I will not try to defend myself on that front. I take that on board fully. Thank you.
But some things I've remembered will remain between us until such a time when they do become pertinent.
I understand.
I do not.
And that's good. I do have one or two questions for you from the whole experience. But before that, we've just been looking for Lulu. Have you seen Lulu?
Yes, he came by here and wanted to know a little bit more about the mission that you were all here for, that you were staying in Murkstead to do. Mission itself is for you to build a connection with the crying beggars and hopefully put them on our side. Now, it's my understanding, Peripatea, that you know where the entranceway to their hideout is. So it would be the three of you that would go there to discuss with them, try and win their trust so that we can work together against the Reavers. Lucian mentioned something about gaining access to the area where the auction is the word I'm looking for, where the auction is going to be made. Something about there being extra tight security there because of something being stolen, and that you need a specific invite to get in. So he had gone off to. He told me that he had gone off to secure that.
Maybe we should have come here first.
Oh,
Why? Where have you been?
Shady Gull, docks, hospital.
yeah, we've done the rounds.
Yeah. We put in the time.
Well, that's good. Have you learned anything else that might help? Lucian was very to the point when he came to me, so I would fully expect you have probably learned something that I do not know.
Well, we've got an inn at the Seal. If we ever want to go gambling, we can get in fairly easy.
Mm-hmm. Lulu seems to have set up some connections already, and some more information about interested parties that will be present at the auction.
Okay. I'm not aware of. I know the Reavers were planning to be there, but I'm not. And I know the librarians are looking to be there because I was sent a note to say they would be there that arrived yesterday. But other than that, I'm not sure of anybody who's going to turn up.
Yesterday, I thought
yesterday.
the ship from Abacathis was coming tomorrow.
It is, but I received word that they were coming.
Got you.
Yes.
You're
Sorry, was it?
ready to go and greet our guests then?
Which guests?
These librarians.
Am I going to greet them?
Yeah, or some people on your payroll, perhaps.
Would you like to go greet them?
Oh, well, seeing as you're asking.
I mean, that would be most helpful. We have a understanding with the librarians of Abacathis. They're not enemies of ours or anything like that. They're just not involved in all of the politics that happen here. It's a different country and all of that. So the Reavers,
they keep quiet.
Yeah, the Reavers aren't their concern, but the journals that they. Peripatea's journals, they would very much like to get their hands on them because they are a piece of history, if anything. Contains knowledge that the Queen may not have.
I need to speak to this Queen. I really do. I keep getting led back there. But yes, there are some other parties that seem to be interested in the journals as well, so it's going to be a bit sticky, potentially.
Okay, well, maybe we need to come up with another idea then. I don't know what, though, but stealing them sounds like a bit of a stupid idea after what happened to Lucian's friend, but I don't know. Anyway. Finding Lucian seems to be quite important. My guess is he's either at the underground place, wherever that is, or he is with the crying beggars in their hideout. One of the two.
Oh, maybe he's fly down underground.
Darn it! I thought I got rid of all of them.
Maybe with increased security, he's trying to get a job to espionage his way in. Great minds. Just the costume.
Yes, those costumes are very nice. That would make sense. That would make sense for him to do that. So maybe you need to go speak to the crying beggars then.
Next on the list.
Okay. The
Does
only
that mean
way
we're going to have to dress up as drowners?
What?
What?
I got in there before without dressing up as a drowner. It'll be fine.
Sure. No, when Lucian gets stabbed.
There is something I can help you with if you'd like it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, right. If you come here, it's actually a trick that I had heard from Elodie. If you take some of these, and he pulls out a bag of stones, these stones are infused with blood. If you were to throw those into the water, then that would attract the drowners to them. It doesn't work when the drowners are on land, though. So you would need to throw them in the water before trying to get across the beach.
The other option is we could scale down the cliff face.
Or you could do that.
Nobody's pissing off it.
No one's pissing off it. Yeah, it's been a real popular piss spot.
You're very slick, Peri.
Ugh. But it's an option.
I have climbing gear if you need that for to scale down. We've got some of that in the storage that I was able to keep from. I keep a small storage of supplies down here, so those weren't burnt when the mercenary company went down.
Excellent. It turns out I'm amazing at climbing anyway, so this will make it a cinch.
I'm not surprised at all. Was there anything else I could help you with, or?
I have a few private questions, but Udric, do you have anything else you want to add?
Don't you kill me.
What?
Huh?
What?
No, I can't think of anything else.
Okay, well, if that's everything, then I will. The gear is down this walkway. At the end, there's a cupboard. You can grab that out of there.
I'm still having words.
Okay. Well, if these words are in private, Mr.
Yeah.
Udric, would you mind going to grab them then?
Sure. Can you have me parrot?
Yeah, parrot hops pops off of Peripatea's shoulder and lands on yours, and you can.
I think you're a bit too young to hear this. We'll go and get the climbing gear and then head upstairs.
Yeah, doesn't take too long. Just like a minute, maybe 2-minute walk to get down to where this cupboard is. You have to come out the other side of the booking where these archive files are, because these are on like wheels, so you can sort of move the shelves around and all of that sort of stuff. But you get to the other end, and you can open the wardrobe, and there's climbing gear hung up there. It looks like there was probably 5 sets of climbing gear in here before, but there's currently only 4. So somebody's taking some at some point, maybe Lucian, maybe somebody else, don't know. But you grab 2 sets, sling them over your back, and you can make your way back up the stairs. Doors open for you. As you walk out, the doors close again, leaving Peripatea and Solomon in the room on their own. Right.
Probably just before the doors fully close, you just hear the sound of the magic mustaches running out. Get off my shoulders!
Perfect.
Yes, Peripatea, what would you like to discuss?
I'm not expecting miracles from you. The bar is on the floor, but I've got 2 things that I'm just a bit fuzzy on. So if you could fill in the blanks, I would greatly appreciate it.
I'll certainly try, yes.
First up, what happened to Hawthorne?
Hawthorne was incredibly upset that you had died. They'd stayed behind at the mercenary company to look after baby Lilla while her parents and yourselves and everybody else had climbed up the mountain. When the rest of them returned and you didn't, and they were told of what happened to you, they took off, left the mercenary company, and we didn't hear from them again. I tried to get them to stay, but they said they had failed in their mission and needed to be punished for it.
Interesting. Asking the DM,
Yes.
has Hawthorne the fox been brought up in this timeline while Solomon's been around, or has he seen her?
Solomon's not seen her, and I don't think Hawthorne's presence has been brought up in front of him before.
Okay, I'm not going to start now. Some of us have to keep secrets, and Peri now keeps secrets. Well, that's a shame. I hope she's out there somewhere. Maybe we'll find her one day. There's a second question.
Yep.
I've been made aware that what I am, there's more of us.
Mm.
Now, I know about the Guardians, but there are others. I'd like to know, have you met any others? What are we called? Is there a name? What do you know anything about that?
There's not a collective name as far as I'm aware. Whether there is a name amongst yourselves, I couldn't tell you, but there is a close connection to the Guardians in that sense. Most of it is, from the research that I've done, most of it is blood related.
Blood related?
Yes, so reincarnation cycles are tied to those who are related to the Guardians. Directly related, not distant third cousin 5 times removed or something. We're talking siblings, parents, that sort of thing.
It's very interesting. I wonder who I'm related to.
He just stares you deadpan in the face.
Completely deadpan back.
What's your passive insight?
My passive insight is 13.
Okay, yeah. You don't notice anything.
No. Okay, well, it's been alluded that there's others. Have you met any?
Other than yourself, I have met one other in my time, one other that I know of in my time, somebody who regained their memories in a similar fashion to yourself, but not the same, if that makes sense. I haven't seen them for 75 years. It's been since I've seen them last.
Huh. Okay, can you give me their name? That's the last thing I will ask of you today.
Yes, their name was Valdris. When I met them last, they were a dragonkin. They lived in the... where were they moving to at that point? Valdris and his family were moving to the marshlands.
Interesting. What a dragonkin for us folks. Okay, well,
Dragonkin are the longest living and the closest tied to magic, bar elves. Although elves seem to repel the reincarnation magic quite a bit. So the fact that you are in what you now know to be your original body is unheard of.
Yes. I'm not going to ask you why we were trying to get me back to my original form. I haven't quite. Some things are foggy. But it's on my mind.
That will be something I will answer. It is something that I know the answer to, but it's something that I can't answer until you've read more of the journals.
I had assumed. I'm hearing that a lot today.
It's what's behind this quest. Sorry.
Gotta say, the setup is really inconvenient. Okay. That's it. I'm done. I'm done for today.
Okay. Keep an eye on Udric for me, please.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't need babysitting. He's fine. Magic.
Yeah. Nice person. You know, been dragged into a lot of this. There's a lot of interweaving connections amongst certain members of your party, and I feel that
No.
I feel that Lucian and Udric, I feel that I don't want them to get hurt I don't want them to get hurt because of my hubris.
Well, I'm glad you're cognizant of that this time. I'll keep an eye on them. If things get hairy, we can give them a mission far away, right?
This is true. I do have one other thing. I have a special request I'd like you to do for me, please, if that is okay.
It depends on the request.
And it is completely up to you if you wish to keep this request hidden or if you would like to be open about it with Udric. Bear with me one moment. And he walks over to the vault and holds his hand out, and you watch as the electricity sort of sparks between his hand and the vault. When that happens, for the first time, you get like a little wince at the electricity coming out of his hands. But he doesn't notice it, and the door opens and he disappears off into the shadows. And a few moments later, he comes back, and he's holding a sort of a small stick in his hand. It almost looks like a branch, like it's been snapped off of a tree. I'd like you to give this to Udric for me, please.
Sure, I can do that.
To you, it's just a regular stick.
I'm assuming there's something magic about this stick.
If I'm right about Udric, yes, but I'm not 100% sure.
Can I inspect it?
You can inspect it. Yes, please roll me. You can either roll investigation or arcana, which
I
you are
am
now proficient in.
In arcana, so I'm using that. 15, 16, 17.
17. So with a 17, with Peripatea's knowledge of magic, not Peri's, but with Peripatea's knowledge of magic, there is an ancient magic lightly emanating off of this, which tells you that because you can feel it without detecting magic, that it is powerful.
This is old.
Old is what I mean, yeah.
This is special. Interesting. I'm sure Udric will appreciate it, and please don't tell him that I know his name.
What have you been calling him?
I don't know. Anything that came into my head.
Oh, okay. Right. Mum's the word? Is that what the kids say these days? No, I just won't say. I just won't say anything. I'm sorry.
Don't try and say what the kids say. Just say what you're gonna say.
Right. I won't say anything.
Good. Okay. See you at whenever I see you. Bye.
Yeah, bye. And you can leave. The doors open. You head up the stairs. The doors close. Udric didn't make it that far up the stairs because the bears pretty much were just like on you because they still thought they were parrots, and you kind of had to carry them all the way up the stairs.
Cullinan, this is for you from Solomon. You're welcome. You kind of put it into your chest and just walk away.
What is it?
As you say, what is it? Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
That I can do. Bum, bum, bum. Should be good at these. Nope. Well, it's a 15.
As you, as this thing is put into your hands, you feel this surge throughout your body, like your core life form is beginning to pull forwards and stretch out, and it runs down your fingertips and into this branch, and this branch begins to glow this brilliant green color. It's very reminiscent of the old oak that was in your grove, and this branch begins to warp and twist and shape itself, and you watch as these leaves and vines begin to extend out of it and wrap themselves up your arms like vines, and they sort of rest on your shoulder and sink in to your veins, causing like this green energy to pulse down you. There's almost like a translucentness to your skin when this happens. And as this stick begins to warp and shape, you can feel a vine come out from your back and grab the spear that you've recently picked up. And it picks the spear up and pulls it into it. And this branch wraps around it and sort of twists and extends and shrinks it. And what is left of the spear is a thin, like, handle that you can grab hold of. And you just feel in your mind a familiar voice say Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
And as you say Shillelagh, what was once the spear and this branch extends outwards like a vine and takes a shape of your choosing.
I think, given that it was kind of reminiscent of the tree from the grove, it's probably going to largely look like a kind of smaller offshoot of that. But I think possibly just because it's the kind of final memory of it, instead of having leaves, the ends of the branches look like they're succumbing to the same effect that it did.
Excellent. And you're now holding that in your hand, and you can have a look over it. For as long as you have Shillelagh cast, this weapon is in your hand, and it can take any shape that you want it to. As soon as you stop concentrating on Shillelagh, it reverts back to that sort of spear handle, just big enough to fit into the palm of your hand, so you can stow it away anywhere.
Cool. I mean, Shillelagh's not concentration, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, and you feel that you can cast any magic that you want through that thing, and it will take any shape that you want. Effectively, it's like a combination of what your spear was and a druidic focus, all wrapped into one. You also feel ancient power sort of surging through that, as if this came from that tree itself, but you know that it didn't, because that tree turned to ash and infused itself with your skin. So maybe it's come from a tree similar to it.
I was just looking through my spells to see if there was anything cool that I had that could work, but I don't think I've really taken anything. So I might have to reassess my spells to reflect my newfound stick. My shtick.
And with that brilliant green light and with that ancient magic sort of coursing through you, for Peripatea, there is a sense of familiarity to this ancient magic. And for the briefest of moments, Peri, you could have sworn that you saw something stood off in the distance near where the mountains are, and it looked like a giant unicorn. That is where we are going to end tonight's session. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We have been Roll Together RPG. If you like what you have seen, please do consider leaving us a like, subscribing to the channel, and commenting down below if you're watching us on YouTube. That helps us know what you like, so we know what to make more of for you. If you are watching us on Twitch, again, please do feel free to follow the channel and leave comments in the chat and all that sort of stuff. You can join us on Discord, which will come up now, and talk to us in there and all of that sort of stuff. Massive thank you to our sponsors and supporters, and to the D20 Club, Dice Heads, and others on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be sent to Tom for various different reasons, by following all of the links that will appear in all of the places. Thank you very much to my two players for tonight's session, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.